What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 15 centigrams chapter 244. Maybe they upgraded. God Saint Caesar couldn't help but ask, what is the reason for such a powerful cosmic civilization to perish? Li Zan laughed. Who said that powerful cosmic civilizations will not die? There are many reasons for their demise. Lucy. Indeed. Even powerful civilizations are in danger of perishing. Isn't it the case with the kingdom of ancient Ceylon? The opponents of powerful civilizations are equally powerful, and the reasons for their demise are not much different from those of weaker civilizations. Howard Stark. There is also the Titan civilization of Thanos. You can see from the personal strength of Thanos. Their race is also a unique and powerful race, and it perished in the end. The mutant Black Emperor pondered. The reason for the destruction of Thanos' hometown is lack of resources, right? The collapse of the planet due to lack of resources, or the outbreak of wars to snatch resources. Li Zan. The gas stars seem to be facing such a crisis. In addition to the decline of the entire planet, they are also facing the crisis of the revolt of clones. Clark's parents are not the only ones who see the hidden danger of gas stars. Zod outside the Earth, the general, also discovered the danger of the gas star. Li Zan. But this General Zod is like Thanos. The suggestions they gave to their hometown were not adopted. Instead, they even expelled themselves, but this also saved their lives. Thomas Wayne suddenly asked, are Clark Kent's parents still alive? Li Zan. No. They are like other wise men of Qixing, but after they found out that they could not save Qixing, they died with Qixing. The reason for Qixing's demise has a lot to do with his lifeless system. A lot of people don't care about the survival of the planet. Holy Keisha. Tell the truth. The system implemented by the Qixing people is very stable for the entire planet. But unfortunately, the interests of individuals and the interests of the planet are never completely consistent. Uchiha Madara sneered. Sure enough, there is nothing new in the heavens and the world. Even these powerful cosmic civilizations are the same as our Hokage world's ninja village in terms of management. Are all leaders sacrificing personal interests for the overall benefit? Everyone likes to do it? Thomas Wayne said with a headache. Master, I am more concerned about General Zod's intentions and motives now. If in the original future, Clark Kent and Bruce became partners of the Justice League, does that mean that the next didn't things settle in a peaceful way? Mutant Black Emperor. Did Clark Kent not take the initiative to go out? But this is normal. Few people are willing to take the initiative to sacrifice themselves for the collective. Li Zan. You are wrong. Clark Kent is a very kind person. He found out that he has superhuman power since he was a child, but he never used this power to do evil, and even secretly used this power to help a lot of popularity. Li Zan. He was afraid that he would not be able to control his power and hurt others when he was getting along with the people of the earth, so he silently endured loneliness for more than 20 years without making any friends at all. Li Zan. Even if he fights crime, he never kills those criminals. He is somewhat similar to Bruce in this regard, but the similarity between the two is limited to behavior. Batman doesn't kill because he doesn't want to break the line, lost himself. Superman doesn't kill more because of kindness. Cosmic Overlord Boros pondered. I feel that he is somewhat similar to Saitama's bald-headed Demon King, but he obviously has powerful power, but he doesn't make good use of it. Li Zan laughed. It's true to say that they are all superpowers who were defeated by poverty. A superpower would be short of money. Should this be enough to show their kindness? Howard Stark. Since Clark Kent is so kind, he will definitely show up next. Did he reach a consensus with General Zod, or is there a war between the two sides? Li Zan. General Zod and his subordinates have no hometown, and the Earth is one of the few places where the people of the stars can live. The mutant Black Emperor sneered. This means that the people of the Earth almost became the former Indians? I bet that in the end it was the superheroes who broke out and saved the Earth. Shiki, the Golden Lion, said unhappily. That Clark Kent also has great luck. This is too cheating. His own power is already so strong, and he has to use his identity as the Son of Destiny to open the door, and will he leave a way for others? One Piece Roger sneered. Shiki, don't be sour here. No matter how much you envy and hate, it won't change your luck. The outside world, Li Zan, suddenly received a call from Batman. When the call was connected, Li Zan asked with a smile, Bruce, why are you calling me? You should go to your wife and children now. Bruce on the other side of the phone was a little speechless, and said helplessly, now that aliens are calling at the door, how can I have the time to engage in this kind of love? Let's wait until the alien crisis is resolved. Li Zan laughed loudly and shamelessly. What? I must have heard it wrong. You want to solve the crisis caused by aliens even with your strength? Batman will not do such an unrealistic day-to-day life. Dream. Blue veins burst out on Bruce's forehead, and he said angrily, I know my strength is not enough to fight aliens, but... Li Zan interrupted. No, but, in terms of technological equipment, you can't even deal with human military power, and alien technology can easily crush human technological power. In terms of personal strength, the personal strength of any alien is 100 times more than yours. What are you going to do to fight them? Batman took a deep breath and said slowly, I know I'm not their opponent, so I need your help. Li Zan suddenly said, You want to use me to test the details of the aliens, find out their weaknesses, and then formulate targeted tactics and props? Batman was a little embarrassed, and coughed dryly. I believe you can deal with those aliens, and I can recommend you a powerful helper. Li Zan asked curiously. Who? Bruce said proudly. Wonder Woman, Diana, you know? A superhero who has been active for decades. It is said that she has the blood of the Protoss in her body. We met for some reason, and I know her contact information. Li Zan asked, have you contacted her? Bruce replied, that's right. Wonder Woman said she was willing to help, even asking the Protoss to help. Li Zan sneered. Then do you know that Diana is the illegitimate daughter of Zeus, and how much do you know about the Olympians? Bruce. Although Bruce didn't know much about the Olympus gods, he also knew that it was a very crap god. Luckily they don't show up very often on Earth, otherwise Batman's job would be to find ways to deal with them. It is precisely because of this that even if the Earth is facing the crisis of the Kryptonians, both Bruce and Diana regard the request for the Olympus Protoss as their last trump card. Whether the other party will help is one aspect, and the worry of bringing wolves into the house is another aspect. Li Zan. Since you have sincerely asked me for help, then I will give you guidance with great compassion. There is a green meteorite called Airstone on Earth, which is a stone from Krypton that can make those stars weak. Bruce was puzzled. Why does the stone of the gas star make the gas star weak? Since the gas star came from the gas star, they should be able to adapt to the stone in their hometown? Li Zan. Weakness and strength are relative terms, understand? When gas stars are in their hometown, they are no different from ordinary people on Earth. But after they come to Earth, the light of the sun will make them incomparably powerful. Bruce sank in his heart and asked, how strong? Li Zan said with a smile. Since you know Wonder Woman Diana, you should know how strong her body is, right? Diana, relying on the Protoss blood in her body, can block bullets, shells, and even hard missiles with her body's defense. Li Zan. But what I'm going to tell you is that after absorbing enough solar energy, the gas star's body will become stronger than Wonder Woman's body. Lida is so big. After absorbing enough solar energy, a bare-fisted star-like person can defeat Wonder Woman in a magical costume. Bruce said with a toothache. How could this be? After the gas star came to the Earth, not only would they not be acclimatized, but would also become stronger. This is unscientific. Li Zan. Who can say such a thing? Maybe the environment of the Earth is in line with the evolutionary conditions of the oxygen people, so that they can be upgraded collectively. Batman said speechlessly. Okay, but anyway, it's always wrong for the gas star to invade the Earth. For justice, we need to stop them. Li Zan asked curiously. How do you know that the gas stars are going to invade the Earth? Maybe they will leave when they find their tribe. Bruce reluctantly said. I was not sure that they invaded the Earth at first, just wanted to take precautions. But listening to you, there is no reason for the air people to give up the Earth, a planet suitable for them to become stronger. Li Zan praised. As expected of Batman, he always prepares for the worst. Being persecuted and paranoid is hopeless. In other words, can my electric shock therapy really save your paranoia? Batman shivered reflexively, and said with some resentment. For a person like me, there is nothing wrong with being suspicious, right? Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 245. Fortunately, this is not a movie. Li Zan pondered. As an inspirational dark hero who protects Gotham City, it seems that there is nothing wrong with hypochondria. After all, the better the hypochondria, the more comprehensive it is. Bruce cheered up his spirits and said quickly, yes, I am preparing for the worst, and all this is due preparation. Li Zan laughed and said, it's not a problem that you are prepared, but you are wrong when you send your prepared plan to the supervillain. Hash. Li Zan said disdainfully. As a superhero, isn't the thing you should guard against supervillains the most? I feel that you do not prepare too much for superheroes, not for supervillains. Hash. Li Zan snorted. Do you feel unconvinced? If you put all the energy of guarding against superheroes into guarding against supervillains, the troubles in Gotham City can be cut in half. In the chat group, Thomas Wayne defended his son with some embarrassment. No way, Bruce is not that kind of person. Li Zan hummed. Why not? He's like Tony Stark. Gotham City's mental illness is directed at Batman, and half of the supervillains Iron Man solves are caused by him. Howard Stark said speechlessly. Isn't it? Li Zan dismissed. Why not? This is the truth. In the 3 movies with Iron Man as the protagonist, the villains are all directed at Iron Man. It's not that Iron Man stops those supervillains for justice, but those supervillains are coming for Iron Man. As for Batman, not to mention, the supervillains in Gotham City are basically members of the Batman fan club, and the existence of Batman is an important reason for their evil 513. As a superhero, Batman Iron Man is so unique. No way, who made them billionaires with extraordinary minds? Even if rich people become superheroes, they are different from ordinary people. Look at Spider-Man, Captain America, the hardworking superheroes who take the initiative to stop the villain. Just like Iron Man and the others, they bought the taunting skills of the supervillain directly with billions of 10. Outside world. Li Zan teleported to Batman's lair, Batcave, and appeared beside Bruce, startling him. Li Zan looked at the surprised Batman and snorted. Understood? Your paranoia and persecution paranoia are not a problem, but at least you have to distinguish between the main and the secondary. Don't treat the villain with submissiveness, and treat your comrades with a heavy punch. After a pause, Li Zan reminded again. One more thing, don't take Gotham City as your territory. You protect Gotham City in general, and you haven't allowed others to take action. Not so arrogant, and will not be treated by me. Batman was instantly speechless. The thing he regrets most now is that he was too arrogant when facing Li Zan. But can that be blamed on him? As the Dark Knight, he has to keep his ruthless. But obviously the feelings between people cannot be shared. Li Zan completely did not understand his principles as a Dark Knight, and said that he could not understand a word of what Batman said, which made Bruce very helpless. At this moment, Bruce's housekeeper walked in from outside, was stunned when he saw Li Zan, and then reported to Bruce Wayne with a calm expression. BFDH, every country in the world has launched a campaign against the gas star who lives in seclusion on Earth. Call, I hope he can take the initiative to stand up to resolve the war. Li Zan laughed. Shouldn't the countries of the world be so stupid? Put all your hopes on the initiative of the reclusive star. The housekeeper nodded and said, of course not, they also issued a bounty for the reclusive Earth's gas star. As long as they can provide real clues, they can get a bounty of tens of millions of dollars. This is a sum that can make ordinary people instantly fortune. Li Zan shook his head and said, it doesn't need to be so troublesome at all, that Kryptonian will appear on his own initiative. He is very kind and won't have the heart to see the Earth go to war with the gas star. Bruce wondered, how good is he? Li Zan glanced at Bruce and sighed softly. If your morality is 1, his morality is at least 300, understand? Compared to you, his kindness is a bit too much. Bruce changed the subject awkwardly and said, but even if the Kryptonian is willing to show up, General Zod won't let it go. After all, you also said that the Earth is very suitable for the development of the gas star. Li Zan smiled and said, don't worry, just do it with confidence, and I'll take care of you when something goes wrong. The other side. While searching for Clark, countries all over the world are busy preparing battle plans. After all, they're not fools, and pinning their hopes on the mercy of the enemy is not a wise decision. Clark Kent took the initiative to appear shortly afterwards, expressing his willingness to resolve the war. While sending Clark Kent out, the countries of the world are always ready to fight. After Clark Kent came to General Zod's spaceship, he understood the other party's intention under the initiative of General Zod's notification. The other party wanted to record the central code of the gas star's genes, which was an important reliance to rebuild the oxygen star. The kind Clark is willing to hand over the central code. After all, Keeksing is also his hometown, and he is also willing to revive his hometown. However, when General Zod proposed to transform the Earth as a new gas star, Clark refused. After all, compared to Krypton, which has no impression, the Earth is his hometown. It can be said that he is a gas star's traitor, but it cannot be denied that Clark's actions are beyond reproach in the choice of birth and support. General Zod, who found that Clark Kent refused to cooperate, ordered in a rage, and his men forcibly suppressed Clark. Clark naturally would not agree. The two sides fought, and Clark smashed out of the spaceship with his powerful force. However, the uniform on General Commander D's body was also destroyed during the battle. After being exposed to the sun, he soon noticed the strengthening of the solar energy on his body, and the ecstatic General Zod's desire for the Earth became stronger. This is the revival of the gas star. General Zod burst into tears, feeling that this was a gift from fate. Qi Xing people can become extremely powerful here. Can all this be described as a coincidence? No, this is the place of revival that God has prepared for Qi Xing. General Zod immediately ordered that his few subordinates give up their combat uniforms and absorb the energy of the sun to strengthen themselves. At the same time, Clark, who returned to Earth, also told the world about the plans of the celestial beings. All countries in the world said that as expected, they have long discovered that the big-eyed guy with the thick eyebrows of General Zod has no good intentions. After that, the two sides started a war, and the Earth people were completely defeated. The technological weapons of the two sides are not on the same level at all. Even if these gas stars are only part of the refugees, their equipment can easily restrain the Earth. In the chat group, Sacred Keisha said with emotion, as expected, advanced technology has a natural advantage in the face of backward technology. Thomas Wayne. Fortunately, these gas stars don't have much technological equipment, otherwise they would have leveled the Earth with their own weapons. Howard Stark. The Kryptonians rushed out of the spaceship. What are they doing? Li Zan. Is there any need to ask? When the technological weapons are not enough to push the Earth flat, they can only go into battle in person. The oxygen people who have absorbed the energy of the sun are very strong, and they can push the Earth flat with their fists. Mutant Black Emperor. The physiques of these Nemesis people are too cheating. Great speed, strength, reflexes and physical fitness. These physical enhancements are not enough. They breathe fire from their eyes and cold breath from their mouths. What's going on? Li Zan. Heat vision and frozen breath are the few energy attack methods of Keeksing people. However, compared to these energy methods, physical attack is their strong point. Senju Tobarama. Physical attack is also very bad, right? I saw Batman knock down a gas star. Airstone. This guy builds gear really fast. Senju Hashirama asked curiously, what's the matter with the young man running around? He doesn't seem to attack these gas stars very much, and the kind-hearted don't want to attack others? Li Zan explained. That's the Flash, the fastest superhero in the 600th world. However, his attack and defense are weak, and he doesn't attack gas star because he can't break the opponent's defense. The Golden Lion Shiki sneered. Then he is really miserable. What is the use of such superpowers? It can also play a role when running away. Whitebeard laughed. It can't be said, at least he can harass those gas stars. Li Zan snorted. Do you think the Flash is weak? Then you are very wrong. The Flash has an invincible passive skill, that is, he can restart time after death. Understand? He is the ultimate guarantee that the world will not be swallowed by darkness. Sword God Ryoma said stunned. Are you kidding? If one person dies, time can be restarted? Batman doesn't have this treatment, right? Li Zan is disdainful. What do you think? The Flash is the last barrier in the 600th world. Whenever the editor can't pull it off, the Flash will be sacrificed to the sky to restart the time. Thomas Wayne asked curiously, who is that guy in green? The ring on his hand is interesting. What kind of artifact is it? Li Zan. Green Lantern, a member of the Cosmic Hero team. Fortunately, this is not a movie, otherwise the box office poison of Green Lantern would not have appeared. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 246. There are new people joining the group. Outside world. Li Zan concealed himself and watched with interest the battle between the gas star and the superhero. When the gas star was dispatched and prepared to push the Earth with his fist, superheroes such as Batman also appeared. The gas star's spaceship used advanced technology to crush backward technology and abolished all electronic equipment on the Earth. Now that the Earth has entered the information age, the destruction of the Earth's military power by this move is terrifying. After all, on today's Earth, whether it is aircraft, missiles or tanks, these weapons require the cooperation of electronic equipment. Without electronic equipment, is it possible for the driver to aim with the naked eye? Even if the driver can aim with the naked eye, their reaction speed can't keep up with the speed of the superstars. The combat effectiveness of ordinary people is completely abolished. Fortunately, there are still superheroes who shot. After all, this is not a movie dedicated to Superman, but a 600th world where many superheroes and supervillains are active. A series of superheroes such as Flash, Wonder Woman and Green Lantern have all appeared to deal with aliens. Superman Clark is the main force against the chlorine star, relying on the sun on the Earth for a longer time. His fighting power can be called a thriving. Too unbalanced. Looking at the fighting spirits and superheroes on Earth, Li Zan said with some emotionless emotion. It's no wonder that the Justice League can't compare to the Avengers, and the combat effectiveness of the internal members is too different. No one believes that they are equal teammates, calling them Superman and Superman's thigh pendant are almost the same. Batman's wisdom, Superman's combat power, Wonder Woman's beauty, and the Flash's reboot. The Justice League is enough to have them, and the rest of the members are simply redundant. Especially the guy Green Lantern. This green suit looks really sick. It's not unreasonable that the box office is low. Who wants to see this guy covered in green? DC realized this too, so they kicked him out of the Justice League movie. Poor Green Lantern, even Deadpool is going to kill his actor, and being despised by himself is the saddest thing. In the chat group, Howard Stark asked curiously, Master, how does Green Lantern's ring compare to the Universal Warhammer? Li Zan. This can't be compared, because they are not one type of weapon at all. The Universal Warhammer is a technological equipment, and the Power Ring Ghost knows what this is. Howard Stark said with interest, Can't this ring be explained by science? Then I want to study it. Li Zan said with disdain. Take it down. You still have a lot of things that you haven't researched yet, so don't be too far away. That ring is the source of Green Lantern's power. Without the ring, he is just an ordinary person. The mutant Black Emperor was surprised. A ring can make a superhero? Then this ring is really amazing, if it can be mass-produced. Li Zan interrupted the fantasy of the mutant Black Emperor. The number of such rings is limited, and Green Lantern is not alone, it is the name of a superhero team. Li Zan. This superhero team protects the entire universe, and everyone wears an energy ring. What's more, the ring is useless. The energy of the ring comes from a lamp and needs to be replenished regularly. Howard Stark said speechlessly. So many restrictions. It seems that this ring is not so good. An artifact whose energy will be exhausted and cannot be replenished at any time. The value it represents is greatly reduced. Li Zan. Then you are wrong. This kind of ring is called the most powerful weapon in the universe by many people in the 600th world. Senju Hashirama asked. What is the use of this weapon? I saw that Green Lantern fought for a long time, and it seems that there is no other use other than making the green light into a weapon. Li Zan. That's because this Green Lantern is not strong enough. The power of the ring lies in the user's will. The stronger the user's will, the stronger the ring can exert. Uchiha Madara. Will? Looks like this outfit is a good match for me, but I don't really like his green light. Senju Hashirama snorted coldly. If you just look at Will, stubborn people are also suitable for this weapon. Li Zan. It's not to say, Uchiha Madara is really suitable for this kind of weapon that uses willpower. Looking at the countless villains in Hokage ninjas, there are very few who can hold Uzumaki Naruto's mouth, and Uchiha Madara happens to be one of them. Thomas Wayne asked curiously, what is a mouth escape? Li Zan. Mouth evasion is a kind of language art. It can tell the shameful suicide of the vicious devil who wants to destroy the world, and let the supervillain use his own death to make up for himself. Sins committed. Thomas Wayne was shocked and said, so strong? Can you send a few strong mouths over and communicate with the clowns? Li Zan pondered. It's a good idea, it sounds like a lot of fun. Namikaze Minato said speechlessly. Master Group Leader. Uzumaki Naruto is my son, right? My son is still a kid. Li Zan smiled and said, don't worry. Your son's original future has been changed, and I don't know if there is still a magic trick. But if you enter a parallel world, you should be able to get Uzumaki Naruto, who is a master, with a mouth, come out. Senju Tobarama asked curiously, Master, can Uzumaki Naruto convince the clowns? Li Zan thought for a while and replied, I think it's boring, after all, this is not the world of Hokage, and Uzumaki Naruto's words may not be so useful. But it is really slippery in the world of Hokage, and few can resist it. Say Nagato first, then Obito. The leader of Ming sect, unify the ninja world. Namikaze Minato silently changed the subject and said, we'll talk about this later, let's talk about the power of that ring first. Although the group leader said it is the #1 artifact in the universe, I still feel that it is not worthy of the name. Li Zan. The Green Lantern you see is just a rookie, he only uses energy to construct various weapons in this kind of low-end usage. But the ability of the Green Lantern ring is not only that, it has more functions. Li Zan. It can create a protective shield, as long as the will is enough, nuclear weapons can easily resist it. It can resist psychic force, protect against telepathy, and has the same ability as the helmet that mutants have worn. It also has space power, instant move and even shuttle wormholes. For flowers, Howard Stark complained, is this ring the same as the almighty Warhammer, can it be worthy of the title of Universal? Li Zan laughed. What do you think? If it doesn't even have this ability, why would it be judged by others as the #1 artifact in the universe? Ding. Uranus has joined the chat group. Ding. Raditz joined the chat group. Ding. Jungchi joined the chat group. Ding. Masaka Sister 007 joined the chat group. Ding. Man Zan joined the chat group. Accompanied by a sudden system prompt sound, the entire chat group suddenly became quiet. Senju Hashirama. A newcomer is here again. It's too frequent, and the group owner still has a lot of promises that he hasn't done yet. Li Zan comforted. Calm down. The newcomer's world is also very challenging for me, and I didn't say that I would go there right away. Don't you know me? I generally don't do things that I'm not sure about. Looking at the profiles of the new 5 newcomers, Li Zan felt a little relieved that the world in the online novel finally appeared. Dochi World and Yangshen. The two worlds are not high-end in many fantasy worlds, just suitable for the current Li Zan. More importantly, with the addition of new people, Li Zan's chat group function has also been upgraded again. The new people do not need to be reincarnated by Cheng Tu, they can also appear in the form of undead and maintain their original combat power. Not only that, Li Zan can also open the video and watch where each group member is. Just as group members can observe the outside world through him, Li Zan can also observe their environment through each group member. Howard Stark asked curiously. The lord of the group said so, it seems that the few newcomers who have joined have a very deep water in their world. The mutant He Huang pondered. I remember that the group owner once said that the water in the Marvel world and the 600th world is also very deep. However, the group owner has been active in these two worlds for so long, and I haven't seen the group owner. What danger is there? Li Zan said angrily. If I encounter danger in these two worlds, it means that I cannot come to these two worlds. You should be glad that I was not noticed by the superpowers of these two worlds. Howard Stark. What world does the newcomer come from? Li Zan. At Uranus. This newcomer is from the 600th world. In terms of relationships, Wonder Woman is his great-granddaughter. Whitebeard. Uranus. The legendary Uranus, the ancient weapon of the pirate world, is named after it. This Uranus is the Uranus of the 600th world? Miyano Atsuji. Uranus is dead. In the myths and legends of our world, Uranus is the deification of the sky. If Uranus is dead, then the sky will be gone. Li Zan. Zolanos is indeed transformed by the sky, but his death does not mean the sky disappears. For example, the sky is the body of Uranus, and the disappearance of his consciousness is death. Although Uranus is dead, his body, the sky, which still exists in the universe where the Olympians are. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 247 Despicable. The Speech of the Week. Howard Stark. I just checked on my computer, and the Uranus story is kind of interesting. At Uranus, won't the newcomer introduce himself? Uranus. What is this place? Li Zan. This is the place where your soul was absorbed after you died. If you are willing to send me your skills, I can even make you reappear as a soul. Uranus. I need to think about this, because I can't trust you yet. Senju Tobarama laughed. It's normal for newcomers to be more vigilant, and we came from this state too. Li Zan. Have you seen the Wonder Woman on your side? He is the daughter of your grandson Zeus. You should be able to sense the blood connection between the two of you. By the way, Do you know who Zeus is? Younger son of son Cronus. Uranus. Zeus, I know, I saw with my own eyes the overthrow of Cronus' rule. If I hadn't witnessed the fulfillment of my curse, how could I have died willingly? Whitebeard said with a smile. Sure enough, the second-generation god king Cronus took away the dominion of the first-generation god king Uranus. And Uranus cursed May 13th, and cursed Cronus, so that he will be punished by himself in the future. The sun overthrew and replaced. The myth of our world is like this. I didn't expect it to actually match the reality of this world. First Hokage said in amazement. Is this the legendary power struggle? Even fathers and sons will fight each other mercilessly, and I didn't expect that even the legendary gods would do the same. Supporting Arthur's succession to the throne was probably because of power. I was a little unconvinced at the time, but I'm starting to believe it now. Howard Tucker. Uranus, the story about you on my side is not very good. It is said that you were disgusted by the earth goddess Gaia because you were too indulgent and cruel, and conspired to overthrow your rule. Is that true? Uranus. Who said that? Howard Stark. Myths say so. Miyano Atsushi said silently. My mythology also speaks the same way. The mutant Black Emperor jokingly said, Brother Uranus, you are quite fierce in fairy tales. All day long, you keep creating everything with Gaia. Is Gaia your mother or your wife? Li Zan. In mythology, Uranus was born at the fingertips of Gaia. This statement is more literary. In layman's terms, Gaia pinched Uranus, and Uranus is a figure created by Gaia. If that's the case, then it's a bit difficult to distinguish. Miyano Atsushi. Of course it is the wife who is pinched. This is the consensus of every otaku. Lu Xing. If you say that, the house girl Gaia gave her a husband? Uranus. Gaia is the earth that appeared when the universe was born. She is the deification of the earth. The gas that came out of the earth turned into the sky, which is me. The relationship between the two of us is a bit complicated. Saying that we are brothers and sisters can too. Howard Stark. Are you split from her body? That can be described as a sister and a brother. In other words, the myth you are in is really chaotic. It can even be said to be chaotic, and you are the culmination of chaotic chaos. Those who think about the existence of reproduction all day and night. Miyano Atsushi. Indeed. Myth also says that after you found your children, the 100-armed giant and the one-eyed giant, they were very ugly, and then you stuffed them back. This operation is incredible. What do you think? Uranus said solemnly. Your understanding of mythology is wrong. I must correct it. Although I am very interested in reproduction, the reproduction I do with Gaia all day long is different from the reproduction you imagined. Howard Tucker asked curiously, what's the difference? Uranus. For example, there is a natural god's blood falling on the ground, entangled with the aura of the earth and turning it into life. This is also the reproduction that Gaia participated in. Understand? The earth is the body, and the wind, rain, thunder and lightning belong to the sky. When the power falls on the ground, it is considered that Gaia and I are breeding offspring. Howard Stark suddenly said, I see, I understand. No wonder Gaia in mythology is so prolific and has children with everyone. It turns out that all that grow on the ground are her descendants. So you put the 100-armed giant and the one-eyed giant. By stuffing them back, you mean you buried them in the ground? Uranus. Or else, Gaia's human form is not as big as a giant's finger. She overthrew my rule, not because I was hidden, but because my strength affected her power. Senju Hashirama said speechlessly. After going around in a circle and back to the power struggle, are the gods so boring? Li Zan laughed. The gods of the Uranus lineage are different from other gods, didn't I tell you? They are more like humans than humans. Their desire for power and vanity far surpasses that of ordinary humans. Uranus. That's it. Gaia secretly built a scythe artifact to restrain me, and jointly attacked me with my youngest son, which seriously hurt my consciousness. Uranus. After Cronus joined forces with Gaia to overthrow my rule, he was appointed by Gaia as the god king of the second generation. But not long after, the two of them also fell out because of the power struggle. Cronus' the rise of the youngest son Zeus is also closely related to the support of Gaia. Howard Tucker. It turns out that Gaia is the big boss of your world, and the downfall of the two generations of god kings is closely related to her. Cronus also cursed Zeus? The god king's curse will definitely be his own. Son overthrows. Miyano Atsushi. In the myths I know, Zeus doesn't seem to be overthrown by his own children. Is the curse of Cronus useless? Uranus sneered. Who knows? Maybe it's because he's too weak. Curses from the weak have no effect, isn't it normal? But it doesn't matter. I'm already very satisfied to see Kronos end. Li Zan is speechless. Are you wanting nothing? No, so how do I get good things from you? Although Li Zan doesn't know what Uranus has yet, Uranus, who was once a god king, must have some good skills in his hands. Raditz. Master, you just said that you can reappear us in the form of souls, right? Is there any difference between us appearing in the form of souls and real resurrection? Li Zan. It's not much different from the real resurrection. You will have all the strength you had before you died. Why do you want to be resurrected? Raditz. Of course, after all, it's not a wise choice to stay in this place. It's too boring. Especially when I see others fighting with blood. I can't bear to be a spectator. Whitebeard smiled and said, it seems that this newcomer is a fighting maniac. How is his strength? Li Zan. Run over you with one finger, Whitebeard. Fire Fist Ace. One Piece Roger. Shiki the Golden Lion can't believe it. Is he really that strong? Li Zan. It's not a problem to blow up the earth. Senju Hashirama. This newbie is a little scary. Raditz. Master, can you let me go out and fight with those people? I feel like I can't stand it anymore. Ding. Raditz sent an exclusive red envelope, Dance of the Sky, to the group owner Li Zan. Ding. Raditz sent an exclusive red envelope, Chibo Gong, to group owner Li Zan. Ding. Raditz sent an exclusive red envelope, Energy Bomb, to the group owner Li Zan. Raditz was very forthright in posting his skills to Li Zan. Although they were all very powerful and useful skills in his opinion, they were a bit tasteless in Li Zan's opinion. However, in order to set an example for other people in the chat group, Li Zan decisively summoned Raditz's soul, and a translucent Saiyan wearing a battlesuit appeared in front of Li Zan. Similar to the clothes I wore when I was alive, and this full of power. Raditz sensed the surging chi energy in his body, glanced at Li Zan with some fear, pointed to the distant battlefield and asked, "Can I participate in the battle with them?" Li Zan said no problem, but only allowed to attack those gas stars. 3.7. Raditz grinned. No problem, I don't like those weak guys anyway. As soon as the words fell, Raditz instantly moved to join the battlefield, and 3 punches and 2 kicks sent General Zod and his men flying out. Sneak attack. Despicable. General Zod got up from the ground. The amount of solar energy absorbed in his body made him recover quickly, and he looked gloomy when he saw Raditz, who appeared suddenly. Despicable? The speech of the weak. Raditz looked at General Zod arrogantly, and there was a despicable side in his character. Who are you? Batman looked vigilantly at the sudden appearance of Raditz. Batman, in the late stage of suspicion, would not relax his vigilance just because the other party helped him. Sad weaklings, hide away. Raditz gave Batman and the others a disdainful look, and an incomparably powerful chi energy erupted from his body, forcing Batman and the others to retreat. You. Batman and the others were furious, not knowing whether the sudden appearance of Raditz was an enemy or a friend. The strength of the other party makes them very jealous. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 248. Destroy the planet and perish together? Looks like you're not friends with them. How? Let's work together. General Zod's eyes flickered, fearing Raditz's power. He didn't want to fight the opponent. Cooperate? Raditz smiled half-smile, looking contemptuous. General Zod did not change his face and said flatly, "That's right, if you are willing to cooperate with us, you will not only gain our friendship, but also share the planet equally with us." General Zod wants to delay time. They can bask in the sun and become stronger, and the longer they stay on the earth, the stronger they will be. Working with Raditz is nothing more than trying to stabilize each other and buy yourself time to develop. This period can be long. It's like playing an upgrade game. The higher the level, the more solar energy is required for the upgrade. But after their level is high, the increase in strength brought by 1 or 2 levels is not so obvious. This was also the reason why they were able to fight Clark Kent soon after basking in the sun. Clark Kent's level is not much higher than them, although much stronger than them, but not enough to crush them. Raditz arrogantly rejected General Zod's proposal, and said with a look of disdain, "If I want this planet, I will use my own power to capture it. Cooperate with you? You are not worthy." Before General Zod could speak, his subordinates couldn't bear it anymore, and said angrily, "Shut up! How dare you insult General Zod, go to hell." 15. The flame beams condensed by the heat vision hit Raditz. Raditz didn't dodge, and a powerful chi burst out from his body, dispersing all the flame beams. Raditz said to General Zod with a mocking expression, "I share this planet with you. I don't know how many planets I occupied. I have never shared a planet with outsiders." In the chat group, Howard Stark couldn't help but speak. This newcomer looks so arrogant. Is what he said true? Could it be that he is also a cosmic overlord, so he has occupied many planets? Cosmic overlord Boros said disdainfully, "It's just occupying some planets. What's the fuss about? As long as I want, the whole universe is mine." Holy Keisha. I have never occupied any planet, but there are quite a few planets that voluntarily surrender to me. Uranus. I have created quite a few planets, because there were no planets before I was born. Occupy planets? I don't need to do this kind of thing, because all planets belong to the sky, that is, to me. Thomas Wayne said speechlessly, "Don't speak up, you big guys, we can't understand what you said at all." Li Zan. Raditz is the Saiyan in the Dragon Ball world, and the Saiyans are the strongest fighting race in the universe. After the destruction of the Saiyan planet, Raditz is one of the few survivors. He and himself, the 2 Saiyan partners, work together to attack the planets in the universe. Howard Stark. So he's not the overlord of the universe, but one of the masters of a powerful force in the universe. Li Zan. He does belong to a powerful force in the universe, but he is not one of the masters. Saiyans are not very interested in controlling planets, and they generally sell the planets they occupy. Raditz said with a smile, "The leader of the group really understands this, and we do not have much interest in domination. Fighting and becoming stronger are still our Saiyans' favorite things." Cosmic Overlord Boros smiled and said, "Sir, please call me out too. I'm also very interested in fighting and getting stronger. Let me compete with Raditz. Li Zan. If it is a battle between group members, you have two options. One is to solve it in the battle space provided by the chat group, and the other is to fight in the real world. Cosmic Overlord Boros sneered. Of course it's interesting to fight in the real world, isn't it? Shiki, the Golden Lion, said in surprise. Master Group Owner, when will the chat group provide a fighting space? Li Zan. The addition of 5 newcomers has further broken through the ability of the chat group. However, I do not recommend that you fight in the real world, because it is not easy to find a suitable venue for you to fight. Senju Hashirama. Is the group leader worried that their battle will destroy the planet? If so, just find them a dead planet. Li Zan. That can't be done. Don't look at the Cosmic Overlords Boros and Raditz. They don't have the ability to survive in a vacuum. Whitebeard said stunned. No way? According to the group leader, isn't the strength of Saiyans capable of destroying planets? They can't even survive in the universe. Li Zan said helplessly. I also find it strange, but it's the truth. Although the chi in their bodies can make them explode the stars, they are still mortal in nature. Not only do they need to breathe, they also need to eat, and even because of heart attack and death. Whitebeard smiled and said, old la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. It seems that even if they are strong enough to blow up the stars, they are essentially mortals with a heart. Howard Stark pondered. Then what is the use of their terrifying power? If they blow up the planet, they themselves will fall into the universe and be finished. Do they dare to release their full power in battle? Mutant Black Emperor. I'm more curious, what if they encounter opponents who are weaker than themselves, but can destroy the stars? Even if the opponents can't beat them, they can destroy the planets under their feet and perish with them. Raditz. Raditz didn't think about this question either. Anyway, Dragon Ball's combat power is very broken, and Turtle Immortals can use Turtle Wave Qigong to destroy the moon. But Majin Buu and the others, who are many times stronger than Turtle Immortals, fought on all kinds of Earth without destroying the Earth. Boros, the overlord of the universe. Destroy the planet? I can do such a thing. But to do this kind of thing requires a lot of energy, and it is impossible to complete this kind of work in battle, because the enemy will take the opportunity to kill me. Raditz. For many strong people in our world, destroying a planet does not require saving energy. Do you, the overlord of the universe, have the ability to survive in the universe? Boros, the overlord of the universe. The environment on the planet where I was born is harsh, but it is much better than the environment in space. I have not tried cosmic survival, but I should be able to survive in space for a while. Raditz suddenly said, I understand. Although we also need to breathe, the space environment cannot kill us immediately. Even if we destroy the planet of our feet, we can still survive in the universe for a period of time and find a way into your own aircraft. Thomas Wayne was speechless. You understand? That is to say, you just came up with this method? You haven't met an enemy that is evenly matched to you before, or they haven't taken such a method, right? Li Zan. It's not wrong to say that, after all, Raditz himself lacks the experience of life and death combat. People who can't fight with life and death can't destroy the planet right under his nose. Raditz was a high-level warrior when he was a child, but because of his lack of training and lack of life and death fighting, his combat effectiveness improved very slowly. When he grew up, his combat effectiveness was low, and he was looked down upon by his 2 Saiyan companions. Raditz stubbornly said, I lack experience in life and death combat because my opponents are too weak, or I am too strong. Outside world. Raditz burst into strength, powerful chi energy leaked out from his body, and hit General Zod and others with 3 punches and 2 feet. However, at this time of 513, the people who found him Batman faintly surrounded him. Batman said in a low voice, I think you should explain your origin, otherwise we will not be able to determine whether you are harmful to the Earth. Raditz said angrily, weak bug, do you know what you are doing? As soon as he finished speaking, Raditz sent him flying with a wave of his hand. In the chat group, Li Zan said speechlessly, Batman is really brave as always. Thomas Wayne. I'll take it as you compliment him, after all, not everyone is like him, knowing that the enemy is strong and willing to take risks for the Earth. Howard Stark. I think Batman's position is not Earth but humans. Li Zan. Batman's suit of armor can be used against gas stars, but it's not enough to face the gamers. Fortunately, his good friends are here, otherwise he would be dead now. Thomas Wayne. At Raditz, stop it, it's my own, stop fighting. Raditz sneered. My own person. Joke. Who are you my own person? Spicy chicken is not qualified to be my own person with me. Thomas Wayne. Li Zan. Stop it. Let the people on Earth handle the rest. Raditz from the outside world paused, with a sneer on his face, and did not follow Li Zan's orders. The powerful chi energy was condensed in his hands, and it seemed that he wanted to cook Batman and the others together. Lift. Li Zan chuckled in his heart. Really thought I didn't restrain you? How naive. Since Raditz was in a hurry to set an example for others, Li Zan couldn't refuse his good intentions and directly lifted his soul call. Raditz's body dissipated like blue smoke, and the huge chi energy also dissipated into the invisible. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 249. Are you still deceiving yourself here? In the chat group, Raditz said in a gloomy mood, sure enough, you will be limited by your resurrection. Li Zan disdainfully said, or else, do you think I would do such a foolish thing as a cocoon? Raditz hummed. Whatever you want, I won't stay here for long anyway, and I will be resurrected in a real way sooner or later. Li Zan said dismissively. Are you thinking that your two Saiyan companions will go to the earth of your world to collect Dragon Ball, and then let the dragon bring you back to life? Stop daydreaming there. Uchiha Madara was surprised. It seems that the Dragon Ball world, like the Hokage world, also has the ability to resurrect the dead. I seem to understand why their world is called the Dragon Ball world. Is it because of Dragon Ball and Shenlong? Li Zan. Yes. As long as you collect 7 Dragon Balls, you can summon the dragon and let the dragon fulfill one of your wishes. Senju Hashirama. The dragon can even resurrect such a powerful being. Isn't it also very powerful in combat? Li Zan. No. Although Shenlong can fulfill various wishes, its own combat power is not strong, and it can even be said to be very weak. Senju Tobarama. Is there a world where the undead live in the Dragon Ball world? If you want to bring the dead back to life, at least there must be a world where you can gather the undead, right? Howard Stark. Not necessarily. If Shenlong can fulfill any wish, it can be resurrected even if there are no undead. In other words, can Shenlong make a person invincible in the world? Also, wishers can exploit the loopholes in the rules to get more rewards. Do you have many wishes? Li Zan. In the Dragon Ball world, there is a world that accepts undead. When you make a wish with the dragon, you will find a loophole in the rules. You can try it. At Raditz, why don't you speak? I guess you must think I'm scaring you. Raditz. What do you have to prove that what you're saying is true? Li Zan disdainfully said. Does this need any more evidence? You have left the world you were in. Even if the dragon's ability is stronger, can it affect you outside of your own world? Raditz. Li Zan. Even if I go to your world, he won't even try to snatch his soul from me. My system can summon your soul from otherworld. Do you think it can't limit you? Uchiha Madara. Raditz didn't give the group owner his passport to the world. Thinking about it, he also noticed something wrong. But that should be his caution, and he should have doubts in his heart. Raditz hummed. Yes or no, time will tell. Li Zan. Don't make me laugh there, okay? You don't need to prove anything at all. Because the two Saiyan friends who have high hopes for you will never resurrect you, trash girl. Raditz was furious. What did you say, Li Zan? Still fooling yourself out there? Your two Saiyan buddies look down on you at all. Do you think they'll waste their precious wish-making opportunities to resurrect your paltry buddy? Raditz sneered. Do you think you can deceive me? They need more Saiyan partners, otherwise they won't let me take that waste Kakarot back. Li Zan. No, what you said happened when they didn't know about Dragon Ball. Let me tell you a secret. Vegeta and Nappa were stronger than you when they invaded Earth. Pa was killed by Vegeta herself. Raditz was shocked. Impossible, Li Zan. Why don't you believe it? That's the truth. Nappa was seriously injured in the battle with the Earthlings and was directly eliminated by Vegeta. As for the reason, Raditz couldn't help but ask, what's the reason? Li Zan laughed. I don't know either. Maybe it's because Vegeta feels embarrassed by Nappa's defeat, or maybe it's because he's too seriously injured and considered to be of no value for treatment, but no matter what the reason is, your situation is better than Nappa's. Seriously, you said, why did he resurrect you? Raditz. Raditz's whole person was depressed, and the good expectations built on the basis of optimism were smashed by Li Zan mercilessly. Senju Tobarama. The leader of the group once said that the water in the world of Dragon Ball is very deep. Is this just because of the fighting power of those people? Li Zan. More than that. The Dragon Ball world has many scary hidden characters, including Quan Wong, who rules over a dozen universes and can make entire universes disappear in an instant. Raditz was shocked. There is still such an existence in our world? Li Zan. It's normal that you don't understand. After all, you're just a high-level thug in the Dragon Ball world. The Cosmic Emperor Frieza you and Vegeta played for was the one who destroyed the Saiyan planet, Vegeta. The culprit, do you know? Raditz was stunned. How is that possible? The Cosmic Overlord Boros asked very sensitively. The Cosmic Emperor Frieza? If he can destroy the Saiyan planet and let the powerful Saiyans serve him, he must be very strong, right? Li Zan said very simply. Give up, that is the enemy you can't defeat no matter what. Raditz said with some melancholy. How could this happen? If I had known this, I would have stopped fighting with that brainless idiot Kakarot. We are brothers, and he died with me? Unforgivable. Doflamingo laughed. Foo. Can you kill each other? This kind of drama is also common in the heavens and the world. Namikaze Minato. This kind of drama has only happened in your pirate world, right? Nothing like that has happened in our Hokage world. If you're talking about Uchiha Sasuke and Uchiha Itachi in the original future, their situation is special. Lee Zan. It's really special. Originally in the future, the process of Uchiha Sasuke killing Uchiha Itachi was not called cannibalism at all. Although Uchiha Sasuke really wanted to kill Uchiha Itachi, Uchiha Itachi's infinite release of water caused the cannibalism of siblings, became an act of death. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. The world of Hokage is a broken world, and there is no such thing as cannibalism. Doflamingo laughed. Who said that? Ashura and Indrake are brothers. They are not as simple as cannibalism, right? Senju Hashirama and Uchiha Madara are also brothers in terms of chakra's reincarnation. Shiki the Golden Lion. Ha ha ha. If this is also cannibalism, Senju Hashirama, the younger brother, killed the older brother Uchiha Madara. Sword God Ryoma. No, Uchiha Madara escaped with a fake death, and it was Senju Hashirama who really died. It seems that the elder brother won, just like Doflamingo killed his younger brother. Doflamingo. Compared to our fraternal fraternity, this Raditz and his brother are both hurt. What a failure. Both of them perished. Or both brothers losers. Raditz said proudly. No way. My strength is too strong. Kakarot and his helpers together are not opponents. If I hadn't been accidentally caught by Kakarot, they wouldn't have been able to kill me. Even now that I was killed by them, Kakarot paid for it with his own life. Howard Tucker asked curiously. Weakness? Do you Saiyans have weaknesses like the gas stars? It seems that many of these powerful races with extraordinary talents are imperfect. Lee Zan. No, that's not true. Saiyans have different weaknesses than gas stars, and their weaknesses can be overcome. Unlike gas stars, the influence of gas stones can only be ignored after reaching the pinnacle of strength. Mutant Black Emperor. I am more and more curious now, what is the weakness of Saiyans? In other words, are Saiyans also a kind of human? Like mutants, they have a different appearance from ordinary people, but they are still essentially humanity? Howard Stark. I remember, Raditz has tails, right? They're not genetically engineered like mutants, are they? Lee Zan. The tail is a characteristic that all Saiyans have, they are not the product of genetic technology. The tail is their weakness, and Raditz became weak after being grabbed by Kakarot before being caught by Kaka. Roth's, Lee Dahao. Comrade in arms. Piccolo was killed with one blow. Doflamingo laughed. What makes them different from ordinary people is their weakness. This weakness is too obvious. But thinking about Raditz's combat effectiveness, it is difficult to take advantage of the weakness. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern said with a smile. Master Group Leader, I understand how he and his brother perished together. His brother has been holding his tail and was killed by his teammates together. Lee Zan. Yeah, because there is a dragon that can be resurrected, he didn't hesitate to die. But don't think too highly of the weakness of the Saiyan tail, this weakness can be overcome through training. Uchiha Madara. Why didn't Raditz overcome this weakness? Wait, he wouldn't have no training, would he? It's not surprising that he didn't train his tail for his arrogant performance just now. Shiki, the Golden Lion, said maliciously, since the tail is a weak point, wouldn't it be better to just cut it off? Or is it that a Saiyan's tail is the same as a snake's 7 inches, and if it gets hurt, it will die? Lee Zan. The Saiyan's tail can be cut off, but many Saiyans are reluctant. Because their tail is not only their weakness, but also their hidden killer. Do the fur tribes in the pirate world know? Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 250. I'd rather not understand it myself. Whitebeard. Furs. I know, what does the Saiyan have to do with them? Lee Zan. When the fur tribe looks directly at the full moon, they will enter the moon lion form with soaring combat power. Saiyans have similar abilities, and they can also transform under the brilliance of the full moon. Raditz. The races of other worlds have the same abilities as the Saiyans? Unbelievable. But I bet they are not as powerful as us after they transform. Lee Zan. It's true. Although they are not as powerful as Saiyans after transformation, they also don't have the same flaws as Saiyans. Saiyans lose their ability to transform if their tails are cut off, while fur tribes do not have as much power as Saiyans. Not so. Sword God Ryoma. So it is. This is what the group leader said, the tail is the ultimate move of Saiyans. It is a pity that Raditz did not train it well for such a useful and fragile thing. Raditz. It was purely an accident. The enemies I encountered basically never had a chance to touch my tail. But my stupid brother also seems to have no tail. Was it cut off? Lee Zan. Because of the transformation of the full moon, Kakarot caused a lot of disasters. In order to prevent these disasters from happening, its tail was removed. Raditz hummed. It's a pity, so he lost the most powerful power of the Saiyans. Lee Zan snorted. Then you were very wrong. After the cheating plug-in of the tail was gone, Kakarot Ishin focused on training, but instead gave himself a stronger power, becoming a Frieza and fearing him. Super Saiyan. Raditz was stunned. The Super Saiyan that scares 4513 Sadu? Lee Zan. Why do you think Frieza wants to destroy planet Vegeta and destroy the Saiyans? It's because he fears the power of Super Saiyans. Kakarot, a lower-level warrior, has acquired this power by constantly cultivating master. Far surpassed you, a former superior soldier. Raditz was a little hard to accept. Are you kidding? So many Saiyans don't have the power of master, how can Kakarot be master? Shiki the Golden Lion suddenly said, I have a bad premonition, that Kakarot will not be the son of destiny, right? He has the power of Master Super Saiyan because he has great luck. Li Zan laughed, Golden Lion, you are getting smarter. The Golden Lion Shiki said depressedly, I would rather not be so smart, the son of destiny is really disgusting. Raditz said stunned, Kakarot is the son of destiny, what does it mean? Li Zan. If the contemporary history of your world is a story, then Kakarot is the protagonist of that story. Although you cannot be resurrected, Kakarot will definitely be resurrected, understand? Raditz. My heart hurts so much, I would rather not understand it myself. Li Zan. At Misaka Sister 007 at Zhengqizi at Xiaofang, the three newcomers have been watching for so long, what do you want to say now? Misaka Sister 007. Misaka feels that everything she has experienced is very magical and doubts the authenticity of it. However, considering that all this may be true, too direct may offend people, so Misaka did not express her doubts in her heart. Come out. Howard Stark said with a smile. This little girl is a bit interesting, doesn't she understand how to operate a chat group? This is the first time such an interesting newcomer has appeared? Misaka Sister 007. Although Misaka is a cheap product with many flaws, Misaka's wisdom is enough to understand the usage of this chat group. The mutant He Huang asked curiously, Master, what is going on with this person? If she didn't do it on purpose, there must be a problem in her own right. Misaka Sister 007. Other people in the chat group noticed that something was wrong with Misaka, and wanted to tell him that he was right. However, this is suspected of exposing his own information. Misaka doesn't know whether to do it or not. Mutant Black King. Li Zan explained. Sister Misaka is a clone, and 007 is her number. She will say what she thinks and use words to replace her facial expressions. This is the flaw of clones, or the flaw of Sister Misaka. Misaka Sister 007. It's the fault of Misaka. After all, the cost of Miss Misaka is too low. If the manufacturer is willing to spend a huge price, they can produce excellent Sister Misaka. Misaka said helplessly. Senju Tobarama. Cloning people. I didn't expect that another world is also doing this kind of thing. Let the clones have their own consciousness, is there something wrong with the brains of the scientists in that world? Misaka Sister 007. Misaka does not have her own consciousness. A large number of Misaka share a will. This is also an advantage. The ability of Misaka to share memory can be used to transmit information. Misaka proudly said that this advantage is not possessed by ordinary people. Senju Tobarama. Although I am also conducting research on human clones, I am very opposed to allowing clones to have their own consciousness. The clone soldiers of Germa 66 were all stopped by me, which involves moral and safety hazards, various issues. Howard Stark. Indeed. Needless to say, the moral and ethical issues are the most important, but the security risks are the most important. The destruction of the powerful gas star is inseparable from the war caused by the clones. Mutant Black Emperor. Looks like, BFDH, the scientists who produced Sister Misaka are not stupid yet. Although they have given them independent will, they have left them with huge flaws. I seriously doubt that the flaws in Sister Misaka are. They left it on purpose. Misaka Sister 007. The flaws on Misaka Sister are not deliberately left by scientists. Scientists also want to make Misaka Sister to a perfect state. Because the ultimate goal of scientists is to replicate her sister's powerful ability, Misaka's weak ability is the scientists. Failed. Misaka said solemnly, correcting the misunderstanding of the group members. Whitebeard. Do you use cloning technology to create capable people? It seems that the world the little girl lives in is also a world of capable people. Senju Tobarama. Anyone who is capable in the world where Misaka-san lives is a mutant like a mutant. Or is it the type of demon fruit power? If you want to use cloning technology to replicate the ability, the type of ability should be similar to that of a mutant. Mutant Black Emperor. It's not the same, it should be a lot worse. The abilities of mutants can be copied through cloning technology, and the clone of this little girl obviously did not copy the ability perfectly. Howard Stark. The ability of demon fruit power is too magical to be replicated by cloning technology. It seems that the superpower of Sister Misaka's world is between devil fruit ability and mutant ability. Li Zan. Little sister, give me your passport to the world. How about I solve the problems you face for you? Misaka Sister 007. Misaka feels that she needs to investigate again, and the first-timers often have to eat guns. But in order to verify the authenticity of the chat group, Misaka decided to send his superpower to the group owner. Ding. Misaka Sister 007 sent an exclusive red envelope, defective electrical, to the group owner Li Zan. Li Zan did not receive the red envelope, but calmly showed his ability to drive lightning. Sister Misaka 007 in the chat group. The leader of the group actually has the ability to drive thunder and lightning. It seems to be better than the ability of the elder sister. What is the identity of the leader of the group? Ask out. Li Zan. Can you give me your world pass now? I want to go around your world. Although your world is not very safe, it's okay. Although there are powerful demons, they are basically not safe. Appear. A world with super bosses is not scary. After all, it is impossible for those super bosses to pay attention to him all the time. Like the multiverse bosses in the Marvel Universe, they probably didn't even know Li Zan existed. And they rarely appear. As long as Li Zan is not found, Li Zan can be regarded as they do not exist. The Dragon Ball world is more annoying. There are active superpowers in the universe, which makes Li Zan feel a little depressed. So Li Zan gave up the idea of going to the Dragon Ball world immediately, put Raditz aside, and took this opportunity to suppress the arrogance in his heart. Sister Masaka 007. Masaka feels that she still needs to think about it. The group leader should go to other newcomers first. Masaka politely rejected the group leader's request and turned the group leader's attention to other newcomers. Masaka praised his wit. Li Zan. Xiao Zan. Ah. Although it feels incredible, I have already believed everything here. Lord Group, I can give you all the skills I have and even the world pass. But what can you do for me? Li Zan. I can summon you, even help you defeat your former enemies and make your fallen family strong again. Xiao Zan's heart moved, and he said with relief. Is my family just in decline? Not bad. When I died, I was mentally prepared for the complete destruction of my family. Dongfang Gayu. Looking at your name, you are also an Oriental person. What kind of anger have you done? When you die, you are mentally prepared for the complete destruction of your family. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 251 The World is Different from the World. Xiao Zan explained. I didn't do anything outrageous, I just wanted to prevent the fate of my family's decline. However, some important things were involved, so things became uncontrollable. Dongfang Gaiyu's heart moved. Do you want to stop the fate of your family's decline? It seems that you also have a powerful family behind you. But everyone in the chat group, as long as there is a family, the family's fate will not be very good. Senju Tobarama. Why is your family dying? Xiao Zan. How do you say this? Li Zan. Let me explain. The ancestor of their family was a super strong man standing at the top of the world, and his strength resonated with the whole world. The world blesses his bloodline, so that those who are related to him by blood, the blood of the people has been upgraded. Li Zan. This kind of upgraded bloodline can be passed down from generation to generation, and their descendants can easily gain powerful strength with their own strong bloodline. Senju Hashirama. It sounds similar to the bloodline limit of our world. Are they also genetically upgraded? Because the blessings of the world have transformed their genes, so their descendants can gain power from the bloodline? Xiao Zan was at a loss. What is gene upgraded? Li Zan. Gene upgraded. This is a bit troublesome to explain. Isn't your world a beast that has evolved? Those that need to be evolved themselves are genetically upgraded. You can also call them bloodline upgraded. Xiao Zan. If you say that, then I understand. However, our Dodi bloodline is different from the Warcraft bloodline. Dodi's bloodline can lose power for no reason. Howard Stark wondered. Without no reason, the power has been lost, and the upgraded bloodline has become ordinary again? Xiao Zan. Almost. We usually use intra-clan intermarriage to slow down the speed of bloodline degeneration, but this method can only slow down the speed of bloodline thinning. When bloodline starts to lose its strength, this method is useless. At that time, even two clansmen with high-quality blood will not be able to produce offspring with high-quality blood. Mutant Black Emperor. It's not surprising, maybe your upgraded genes are hidden? Li Zan. Don't be stupid, what you guys are saying is not the same thing at all. Emperor Do's bloodline has little to do with genetic upgrading, at least it's still a blessing from the world. The weakening of bloodline power means that the world has given up on this family. Blessed. Xiao Zan. The world has given up its blessing to our family? This statement is more acceptable to me. So in order to regain the blessing of the world to our family, I decided to make a desperate attempt to become a Dodi. Xiao Zan. I gathered all the blood of the clansmen on myself, and tried to use this power to become a Dodi, but I failed. The Dodi clan, the Soul clan, who have hatred with our clan, took the opportunity to attack our clan. The war, I died in that war. Dongfang Gayu. Duty bloodline, duty family, become duty? The most powerful person in your world that the group master said, is the title duty? Xiao Zan. Yes? Howard Tucker asked curiously. Master, is Dodi's strength very strong? Li Zan. That's a good question. The world of Dochi doesn't even have earth, so it's hard for me to calculate Dodi's true combat power. But it doesn't matter, I can use another method to test Dodi's true strength. Senju Tobarama. How? Li Zan. The chat group has opened a new function, which can open up a battle space and allow group members to learn from each other. Xiao Zan is the top Do sage closest to Dodi. I can measure Dodi's strength through his combat power. Xiao Zan. There is no Dodi in our Dochi world, and the strongest person is only a peak Do Sheng of my level. And there are not many strong people of my level, as far as I know there are only 5. Li Zan. To get the real treasure of your world, your strength is not enough. Understand? I need to use your strength to estimate my combat power. Li Zan turned on the battle function of the chat group, and a virtual world for fighting took shape in an instant. The template of the virtual world was the Earth of the Marvel world. Is this the virtual battle space opened by the leader of the group? It feels no different from the real world. Xiao Zhan appeared in the battle space, looking at everything around him with amazement, and then turned his attention to Li Zhan on the opposite side. Li Zhan calmly put away the infinity stones and other equipment, and punched him without saying a word. Powerful thunder and flames erupted, and physical attacks and elemental attacks hit Xiao Zhan at the same time. Good come. Xiao Zhan laughed, and the vindictive aura that was burning like a flame surged out of his body, facing Li Zhan's attack along with the power of space. The other members of the chat group watched the battle closely in ghost mode. Feeling the powerful force that erupted when both sides fought, they were all trembling with fear. Good strength, but unfortunately it's not enough. Li Zhan smiled at Xiao Zhan who was competing with him, and a powerful force surged out, quickly suppressing Xiao Zhan in front of him. Clan tattoos. Xiao Zhan's complexion changed, a pattern appeared on his forehead, and the powerful blessing fell on him, making his strength not small. Not enough. A huge amount of dark energy emerged from Li Zhan, which was the energy from the dark dimension, which also enhanced Li Zhan's power. The aftermath of the battle between Li Zhan and Xiao Zhan made the earth in the virtual world tremble again and again. Landslides and tsunamis continued to erupt, and the entire continental shelf was shattered. Boom. In the end, Xiao Zhan was smashed to pieces by Li Zhan's punch. No matter how he used all kinds of fighting skills, he did not stop Li Zhan. In the chat group, Howard Stark. It seems that the world where Xiao Zhan lives is very huge, and ordinary planets can't stand the tossing of a powerhouse of his level. A war that can cause a powerhouse like him to die in battle will have consequences on Earth. It has been seen, enough to restart the Earth's biosphere. Xiao Zhan asked curiously. Earth? The place where the Saiyans fought just now was the Earth, right? Thomas Wayne. This is the Earth of our 600th world. Many worlds have Earth. In other words, the Earth seems to be a very special thing. Dot for flowers. Xiao Zhan. There is no such thing as the Earth in our world, and even the way of our world's existence is different from that of the Earth. Our world is a world dominated by continents, and the way of existence is not spherical. Howard Tucker. A star continent like Asgard? That's not surprising. Every world has a vast universe. Our world is just a tip of the universe, just like the world of Hokage and the world of pirates. Li Zhan. No, it's different. There is no universe in the world of Do Chi. The stars on their side are all energy sources hanging in the sky. Their way of existence is planes, understand? It doesn't matter if you don't understand, in time you will know. Mutant Black Emperor. The plane? Then I'm a little interested. But even the universe has a multiverse and almighty universe that don't exist yet. Do the planes of the Do Chi world have superiors and inferiors? Li Zhan. Of course. The Do Chi world is just a lower plane. Like the huge number of worlds, it is all subordinate to a 1,000-world level upper plane, ruling the world. Xiao Zhan said in surprise. There is such a thing? So it is no wonder that those Do-Di strong people in ancient times have disappeared without a trace. They must have gone to dominate the world. If this is the case, those families whose Do-Di blood suddenly disappeared. Xiao Zhan suddenly realized that he didn't want to admit it and asked. We families whose Do Emperor bloodlines suddenly disappeared. Did the Do Emperor ancestor in the family perish? Only this statement can explain the sudden disappearance of our Do Emperor bloodline, or the world's sudden cessation of the blessing. Li Zhan. Who knows? That's a good explanation too. Xiao Zhan was depressed in his heart, and silently gave Li Zhan his attributes and skills, including the pass to the world of Do Chi. After laughing at it, Li Zhan immediately used the pass of Do Chi world and appeared in Zhangzhou of Do Chi world. A broken space appeared in front of him. Xiao Zhan in the chat group said silently. This is a space opened up by the Manchus. Unfortunately, it was maimed at the last stop. It seems that this space will disappear completely within a few hundred years. Senju Hashirama was surprised. Are the powerhouses in this world also good at using space power? I thought space power was Xiao Zhan's unique means. This world will not be the same as the Marvel world. There is a group of space powers who can easily master space power. The powerhouse, right? Like the sorcerers of Kamatage. Li Zhan. Asgard's mages can use space power because they have learned the space secrets of easy masters, and they have mysterious tools like Xuan to assist in casting. After reaching a certain level, it will naturally master the power of space. Sword God Ryoma. Sure enough, the world is different from the world. In some worlds, things that are incomparably precious may be rubbish in other worlds. Can the strong in this world even create space? Senju Hashirama said sourly. Yeah. There is no existence in the world of pirates that can do such a thing, and only Kamui Mangekyo and Rinnegan in the Hokage world have similar abilities. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 252 I Call You Brother, You Call Me Dad. In the world of Do Chi, Li Zhan summoned Xiao Zhan out of hand. Xiao Zhan looked at the space where the Xiao family used to be silent, and his face was full of sadness. In the chat group, Dongfang Gaiyu spoke for Xiao Zhan. Master Group Owner, you should know how to make the Xiao family grow again. Li Zhan. Of course, as long as the Manchus have another Do-Di, their predicament will be solved. Xiao Zhan smiled bitterly and said, how can it be so easy to be promoted to Do Di? I tried desperately before my death, but unfortunately I still failed. Li Zhan said with a smile. That's because you lack one thing, original Emperor Qi, which is necessary to advance to Do Emperor. Without this kind of thing, no amount of energy can change the essence of your life. Xiao Zhan said stunned. Master Group Leader, are you serious? I thought this was just my personal conjecture. Dongfang Gaiyu was surprised. What do you mean? Xiao Zhan pondered. After I failed to advance to Do Di, I also found that I was missing something in the process of promotion. Although I collected the Do Di blood of the whole family to improve myself, those energies could not make me produce essential changes. I feel like I'm missing an opportunity for qualitative change. Howard Stark. Since the group owner said so, he must know the whereabouts of the May 13th, Dao Yuan Yuan Qi. Xiao Zhan. If it is said that there is still the origin of Emperor Qi in this world, then it must be stored in the cave of the ancient Emperor Tuosh. Dongfang Lonely Moon. How do you know, Li Zhan? Because Tuo Snake Gudi is the last Do Di in the Do Qi world, there is no Do Di after him. Xiao Zhan. That's right, I got the information before I was alive. The key item to be promoted to the Do Emperor is hidden in the cave of the ancient Emperor Tuosh. I even got the key item to find his cave residence, the ancient Emperor Tuosh Jade. It's a pity it was discovered. Golden Lion Shiki. Laughing ha ha ha. I bet you were besieged and that piece of Tuosh ancient Emperor Jade was also taken away. Xiao Zhan said helplessly. Yes. There were 8 imperial clans on the mainland at that time, and in the end we each obtained a fragment of the ancient Emperor Jade of Tuosh. Li Zhan. It's normal. If you were promoted to Do Di, wouldn't the other imperial clans suddenly be short of you? You were brothers, but you want to be their father. Shiki the Golden Lion. Speaking of this, we have to summon one person, One Piece Roger. What do you think of Whitebeard wanting to be your dad? One Piece Roger. To be blunt, my first thought when I knew this was to kill this nasty big guy. Whitebeard. Old la la la, Roger, I have no interest in your naughty son. Of course, if you have to make me a father, I don't mind taking your son. Sword God Ryoma. What about Ace's relationship with Roger? Ace was Whitebeard's son earlier than Roger. Is he Roger's brother? Li Zhan laughed. Everything is different. Roger calls Ace brother, and Ace calls Roger dad. Fire Fist Ace. One Piece Roger. Xiao Zhan said helplessly. In short, after the battle for the Tuosh ancient Emperor Jade, the fragments of the Tuosh ancient Emperor Jade fell into the hands of other emperors. After realizing that I could not reunite the Tuosh ancient Emperor Jade, I made a desperate attempt to gather the blood of the Emperor Do to advance. Han Fei. Is there really a source of Emperor Qi in that cave? Li Zhan. Of course. There is an Emperor pill in it, which contains the original Emperor Qi. Eat it and absorb enough energy, you can successfully advance to Do Emperor. Xiao Zhan said with emotion. It turned out to be an Emperor-grade young pill? It's a pity. If I could have been more cautious at the time, I wouldn't let the news of the ancient Emperor Jade of Tuosh leak out. Li Zhan. Don't think about it. At the entrance of the ancient Emperor's cave, there is a peak fighting saint who is no less powerful than you. That is the Dragon Emperor of the Taishu ancient dragon clan. He didn't want to break into it without the ancient Emperor Jade of Tuoshi, but he was imprisoned. There is no way to leave. But if you open the cave, he will be free too. Xiao Zhan instantly understood what Li Zhan meant, and said helplessly. The lord of the group means that the Dragon Emperor will compete with me for the Emperor Vaden. A peak fighting saint whose strength is no less than mine, but with him at my side. Unable to secretly take the medicine pill. Li Zhan sneered. You think this is the end? Jopin pills will have their own wisdom. What do you think of Emperor pills? Man Zhan's face instantly turned ugly, and he couldn't help but exclaimed. Damn it, how is the strength of that Emperor widen? Don't say that his strength is not inferior to mine. Li Zhan smiled and said, unfortunately, this is the reality. If you want to take away Dip in Widen, you have to suppress at least one peak fighting saint, and then block another peak fighting saint. Not only that, if you can't take 2 peak fighting saints if all is suppressed. Xiao Zhan said with a tired heart. When I get the news of the Emperor pill, it will leak out, and other powerhouses on the mainland will flock to them. Even if I suppress both of them, the aftermath of the battle will alarm those powerhouses. Han Fei said speechlessly. This is a dead end at all. It seems that you don't have to be so unwilling, because it is impossible for you to get the Emperor's medicine pill in the ancient Emperor's cave. Howard Stark. Lord Group Leader, in the original future, who got that Imperial medicine pill? The mutant Black Emperor. Xiao Zhan is already the strongest in this world, right? He can't get it, who else can do it? Xiao Zhan. It's possible that no one got it, or after many years and the decline of the Imperial clan, someone gathered the ancient Emperor Jade of Tuosh to open the cave, and the free Emperor Pindan became the last fighting emperor in the world. Dongfang Gaiyu. Can medicinal pills also be cultivated? I just wanted to ask, can medicinal pills also have wisdom and strength? Xiao Zhan. Although it's unbelievable, it's the reality. It's not a strange thing to practice after the medicinal pill is refined. Li Zhan. Xiao Zhan's nemesis, Hun Tiandi, he got the Emperor Pin pill, and with the help of the energy of hundreds of millions of souls in Zhangzhou, the Emperor pill was refined into a complete Emperor pill, and he successfully became the Do Emperor. Xiao Zhan's face was like eating shit, and he said angrily, "How is this possible?" Li Zhan said indifferently, "Nothing is impossible. The Soul Clan where the Soul Heaven Emperor belongs to has a longer history than all your imperial clans. Do you know why? The ability of the Swallowing Clan." Xiao Zhan said in horror. Could it be that the Soul Clan has raised other imperial clans and used their imperial bloodline to maintain their own bloodline? How cruel. No wonder they can inherit so long, no wonder they are so strange. Xiao Zhan gritted his teeth. As soon as the group leader said this, I remembered that the patriarch of the Swallowing Clan was indeed captured by the Soul Clan. Fortunately, the blood of my Xiao Clan's Emperor Do was cut off, and the only bloodline was taken by the Soul Clan. I am all in one, otherwise my Manchus will inevitably be reared. Dongfang Gaiyu asked curiously. Lord of the group, how did Emperor Soul Heaven obtain the Emperor-grade young pill? The strength of that pill is not inferior to him, and the Dragon Emperor and other imperial clans are eyeing it. Xiao Zhan. Yeah, in addition to the Dragon Emperor, who I don't know, there are a total of 5 peak fighting saints on the mainland. Even if there is no Xiao Clan, there are still 7 fighting emperor families. Why did the Soul Clan obtain the ancient Emperor's cave? Li Zhan. After the demise of the Xiao Clan, the Soul Clan silently wiped out the Spirit Clan, Stone Clan, and Medicine Clan, relying on the ability to swallow all things. Dongfang Gaiyu said stunned. They are all Do-Di family, are those 3 families so weak? Xiao Zhan said silently. In all fairness, these 3 families are not very strong. Even if I shoot alone, I can kill them. They can survive more because of the mutual restraint of the powerful imperial clan. Han Fei suddenly said. Then it all makes sense. The Soul Clan can even destroy you and the Xiao Clan, and it is not difficult to destroy the 3 weak emperors quietly. However, the Soul Clan is so powerful, doesn't the family guard against him? Li Zhan. Because on the bright side there is a powerful imperial clan that can keep pace with the Soul Clan, the ancient clan, and the power of the Soul Clan on the bright side is not particularly strong. Especially after the battle with the Xiao Clan. The Soul Clan has not been very strong. The clan showed a self-inflicted appearance and paralyzed the others. Xiao Zhan. That shouldn't be pretended by the Soul Clan. I did damage the Soul Heaven Emperor before I died. I didn't expect this to help the Soul Clan, giving them the pretense of keeping a low profile and hiding themselves. Li Zhan. Even if the Soul Clan don't hide themselves, they have a good chance of winning. This thing is like Qin fighting the 6 kingdoms. After all, the alliance of the weak cannot stop the single strong. Han Fei said helplessly. Because even if the weak are united, there will be differences between them. But there is no way to solve this problem, which is very helpless. Xiao Zhan said with a heavy heart. The Soul 3.7 clan has wiped out other imperial clans? Apart from Ji Yuan and Soul Heaven Emperor, there are also peak fighting saints in Danta and Fenyan Valley. Li Zhan. Those 2 peak fighting saints were finished before the Soul Clan began to destroy the Emperor clan. Their death had a lot to do with the Soul Clan. However, the Soul Heaven Emperor failed to destroy the other Do Emperor clan, because your Xiao clan gave birth to a son of destiny in that era. Golden Lion Shiki. Damn it, it's the son of destiny again? It's annoying. Xiao Zhan was a little excited and couldn't help but ask, really? Li Zhan. Yes, your son of the destiny of the Xiao family has obtained the more precious inheritance in the ancient Emperor's cave, inherited the power of the ancient Emperor Tuoyu and became the Emperor of Do, destroying the Emperor of Heaven. Isn't Emperor Pindan the most precious thing in the ancient Emperor's cave? Xiao Zhan was stunned for a moment, but quickly put the matter behind him. It doesn't matter, in short, it's enough for my Xiao clan to have a Do-Di again. Howard Stark poured cold water silently. Did you make a mistake? The group owner is talking about the original future. Xiao Zhan's expression froze, and he silently turned his head to look at Li Zhan beside him. Li Zhan smiled brightly. Duty's power is very good, this kind of power is exactly what I need. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 253 Like a Star and Like a Black Hole. All the chat groups provided to Li Zhan were means, and Li Zhan's power was basically obtained by plundering. Although the powers of 10 tails, magic energy, and spells have been eliminated by Li Zhan, they are not one with Li Zhan. The power of the Do-Chi world is different. After refining it, it can become a part of the body, and there is basically no possibility of separation. Of course, the exception is something similar to equipment such as different fires. Xiao Zhan said with a blank expression. This means that after the lord of the group comes to my world, not only will he not be able to help me, but it will take away the hope of our Xiao clan's rise? Li Zhan said dissatisfiedly. Why are you so narrow-minded? Even if your Xiao clan will produce a son of destiny, it will be hundreds of thousands of years later. After I come to this world, your Xiao clan will have a Do-Di in advance. Xiao Zhan was stunned, smiled and said, there are 2 copies of the original Emperor's energy in the ancient Emperor's cave, and the group master only needs 1 copy. Li Zhan shook his head and said, you are wrong. As long as all the Source Emperor Qi in this world is refined, there will be new Source Emperor Qi. If the ancient Emperor Tuo Snake didn't keep the last Source Emperor Qi, there will be 2 more Do-Di powerhouses in this world. and more Do-D powerhouses will appear in the future. Xiao Zhan said, stunned. Why is this? The source of the Emperor's energy will be replenished when it is used up. Li Zhan laughed. What do you think? Don't forget, the Do-Chi world is just a subordinate world that dominates the world. Xiao Zhan suddenly said, so it is? Original Emperor Qi is indeed a precious thing in our world, but it may not be uncommon in dominant world. When this kind of thing is used up, it will be fed back by dominant world, right? Li Zhan nodded and said, that's it, go find your clan first, and confirm the current time by the way. If it is not long before the Xiao clan is destroyed, we can take the opportunity to destroy the Soul clan. Xiao Zhan smiled and nodded. Good idea. The time gem appeared in Li Zhan's hand, and the powerful time force quickly condensed in front of him, helping him to check the past here, and by the way, calculate the time since the demise of the Manchus. After a while, Li Zhan said slowly, it has been 100 years since the demise of the Xiao clan, and at the end, people from other imperial clans appeared. The other imperial clan headed by the ancient clan prevented the slaughter of the Soul clan. Let the remnants of the Xiao clan take the ancient Emperor Tuosh away. Xiao Zhan said, stunned. The Xiao family still has Tuosh ancient Emperor Jade? Li Zhan chuckled. This is probably the reason why the Manchus can survive. No, it should be said that the Xiao family can exist. Man Zhan said clearly. Other imperial clans do not want to let Xiao clan's Tuosh ancient Emperor Jade be taken away by the Soul clan, nor do they want to fight again for that ancient Jade. Under these circumstances, it gave the Xiao family a chance to survive. With Xiao Zhan, Li Zhan quickly found the current position of the Xiao family, and at the same time saw an imposing middle-aged man walking on the Xiao family's territory without anyone else. The power of space surged around him, so that those who passed by him could not perceive his existence. Jiyu Yuan, Xiao Zhan said in surprise, why is he here? Li Zhan smiled and said, it seems that he still cares about her Xiao clan, so he even came to check on the Xiao clan's situation privately. He didn't steal the ancient Emperor Jade of Tuosh, and his character is not bad. Xiao Zhan shook his head and said, he is such a person, and his character is not bad. Li Zhan sneered. His character is good, but unfortunately he is not a patriarch. As the top powerhouse in the mainland, he has a serious lack of majesty in the ancient clan, causing the elders and clans to jump up and down. In the chat group, Senju Hashirama asked curiously, what's going on? I heard what you said a little familiar to me. Uchiha Madara hummed. Isn't it familiar? You are also such a thing. Even if you have the power to suppress everything, if you are too kind, others will not respect you. Li Zhan nodded and said, compared to the status of the Soul Heaven Emperor in the Soul clan, Jiyu Yuan's power in the ancient clan is really not that great, and all affairs are controlled by the elders. Xiao Zhan. If this is the case, the major imperial clans are basically the same. The patriarch is only the strongest of the family, and the family is not his alone. The elders' restriction on the power of the patriarch is also an important reason for the long-term existence of the family. Li Zhan said disdainfully. Trouble. If I were him, I would immediately send the clansmen and elders who were uploading and going down to clean the toilets, so that they could recognize their position. Xiao Zhan. Li Zhan. Aren't you going to see him? I've hidden my breath, he can't find us. Only if you take the initiative to go there, he can find you. Xiao Zhan smiled and said, no need. What we are going to do next may not be a good thing for the ancients. We don't need his help in the ancients, don't we? Li Zhan smiled and said, that's true, it's only been 100 years since the Manchu and Soul clan battles, and the wounds suffered by the Soul clan have not yet fully recovered. You blew yourself up before you died, but you seriously hurt the Soul Heaven Emperor. Xiao Zhan. Not only that, the second powerhouse of the Soul clan, Wu Wu Yanyan, was also injured by Jiyu Yuan, and the Soul clan has no powerhouse to take action now. Lord of the group, do you want to do it now? I know the position of the Soul clan. Li Zhan laughed. I also know the location of the Soul clan, let's go. Space transformation. Li Zhan brought Jiyu Yuan to the exclusive space of the Soul clan. The 6 infinity stones lit up on Li Zhan's hands, directly imprisoning and sealing the space of the Soul clan. Boom boom boom. As soon as the seal was completed, Li Zhan noticed that someone had begun to break the seal from within. But Li Zhan doesn't care, is his seal so easily broken? This seal contains not only the power of the Infinity Stone, but also the power of the Phoenix and the energy of the Dark Dimension. Although the power of these 3 powers is greatly reduced after leaving the Marvel world, they also lose endless energy. However, under the promotion of Li Zhan, after they exhausted their stored energy, they suppressed the entire space to such an extent that even a powerhouse like Xiao Zhan could not destroy it. More deadly. Li Zhan's body disappeared instantly and reappeared after a while. Li Zhan, who went back to the Marvel world to replenish the energy of the gods, sealed the soul space for a second time. After returning to the Marvel world to replenish energy, he brought Xiao Zhan into the soul space. In the Soul Clan space at this time, the Spirit Clan powerhouses stood in the air, attacking the seal outside the space, but unfortunately they were unable to shake the seal at all, and they could only find a way to notify more clan members. What exactly is going on? Someone dares to seal the space of our Soul Clan, can't find death. When we break the seal, we will make the ghosts look good. Xiao Zhan. Just when the powerhouses of the Soul Clan hated the person who imposed the seal, Li Zan appeared with Xiao Zan, which startled the powerhouses of the Soul Clan. But all the strong Soul Clan who participated in the war against the Xiao Clan felt that they had hallucinations when they saw Man Zan. Isn't this terrifying guy already dead? My mother-in-law will give it to you, and the Soul Heaven Emperor and Wu Wu Yan Yan will be given to me. Li Zan ordered Xiao Zan to leave these ordinary Soul Clan strongmen to him to vent his anger. No problem. There was a bright smile on Xiao Zan's face, and the aura of the peak Dosheng surged out from him, causing the Soul Clan powerhouses in front of him to fall one after another from the sky. Although it is only a soul now, but because of the chat group system, Man Zan has 100% of his strength. Even if the opponent has not fully recovered to Soul Heaven Emperor, Xiao Zan has a lot of confidence to kill the opponent. As for the Soul Clan powerhouses in front of him who were many different realms from him, they were sure to fight against Xiao Zan when they formed a great formation. With a mess of loose sand like now, as many as you come, you will die. With a wave of the big hand, the energy between the heavens and the earth surged out, but with the power of space condensed into a huge palm, it slammed the bottom firmly, and each time it grabbed a group of Soul Clan masters to death. The other side. Li Zan blocked the way of a black-clothed man, looked at him with interest, and said, "Nothing swallows the flames? There are indeed some ways of life in the shape of a different flame." In the chat group. Divine Keisha. What's up with this guy? I can't understand his life form. I feel like he's a star with intelligence and a black hole with intelligence. Li Zan. Just as the world of pirates has devil fruit, the world of vindictiveness also has its own product of rules, different fires, magical flames that contain various rules of heaven and earth. Whitebeard. You said that he was a creature in a different cremated form, which means that devil fruit has become a sperm. Li Zan. That's right. This world is very magical. Things with powerful energy often give birth to spiritual intelligence and change shape, such as elixir and strange fire. However, this is not a special case of the world of vindictiveness. The world of Hokage is not a special case. Isn't it the case with tailed beasts too? Uchiha Madara. The wisdom of the tailed beast should be bestowed by Sage of Six Paths with Yongdun. The wisdom of this kind of thing is born by itself. If I really want to say, the Thor's hammer in the Marvel world is his kind. Howard Stark. The wisdom of Thor's hammer is given by the lord of the group, right? It also uses the Yangdan of the Hokage world. Senju Hashirama. I remember that Thor's hammer had some wisdom before it was brought to life by the lord of the group. How else would it choose Thor? Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 254 Cooperation. Sorry, you are not worthy. Fire Fist Ace, like eating shit, spoke in the chat group with a very uncomfortable heart. This strange fire that has become an essence in front of me has the characteristics of Mara fruit and dark fruit at the same time. Li Zan. Yeah. A magical flame containing various rules, swallowing and absorbing is also a kind of rules of heaven and earth. Whitebeard exclaimed. That magical flame is stronger than devil fruit. In addition to the most basic Mara fruit ability, it also has other regular abilities. Doflamingo hummed. That's not necessarily true. Although Mara fruit's abilities are good, the potential of Logia devil fruit abilities is just like that. As long as Paramisha devil fruit is well developed, the master's power of several rules will not be a problem. Shiki, the golden lion, said disdainfully. What's the use of abilities and characteristics? Strength is the most important thing. This strange fire, which has become an essence, can even level our pirate world without using any power of rules. One Piece Roger. That's right, it doesn't matter how many abilities you have, your own strength is the most important thing. People like us without any ability can have great strength. Fire Fist Ace. The leader of the group already has the ability of Mara fruit, do you want to devour the power of the absorbed rules now? Li Zan. The power of the rules. The power of the rules of the different fire is not bad, but the energy it has is what I need. The emptiness in front of me swallows the flames, and the energy contained in it is stronger than the super 10 tails in my body, are much larger. Uchiha Madara. Absorbing the alien fire is the same as absorbing 10 tails, will it bring a huge increase in one's own strength? Li Zan. That's right, devil fruit doesn't have this kind of improvement in its own power, and absorbing the strange fire has the same drawback as absorbing 10 tails, that is, the consciousness contained in the strange fire will resist. Dad. Can the group master's black magic deal with this strange guy in front of him? Although the power of black magic is powerful, it may not be enough to face this kind of monster. Li Zan. I want to use black magic to strip away the consciousness of swallowing the flames of nothingness. This is a bit hanging, but it doesn't matter, I have other means. Li Zan from the outside world smiled slightly, and the powerful force imprisoned the emptiness and swallowed the flames, and took him directly to the dark dimension of the Marvel world. Soul gems, mind gems, the power of the phoenix, the authority to dominate the dark dimension, with these, the black magic that strips consciousness is no longer necessary. Li Zan smiled slightly, the power of the rules of the dark dimension crashed down, and chains of dark energy condensed tightly bound the man who had been transformed by the emptiness. What is this place? Wu Yan Yan was frightened, and the powerful black flame was burning on him, trying to swallow the dark energy in him and burn it up. It's useless. This is a world that is bigger than the world of vindictiveness. I can control the power of this world. Is your strength enough to fight the world of vindictiveness? If not, then you should lie down and die. Li Zan chuckled lightly, and an illusory figure was pulled out from Wu Wu Yan Yan's body, which was the conscious body of Wu Wu Yan Yan. The void-swallowing flames that lost their souls turned into a jet-black flame exuding the power of swallowing, suspended in the void of the dark dimension. In the chat group, Xiao Zan reminded, Master Group Master, do you want to refine the flame of nothingness? This flame is very powerful, and defeating it is completely different from refining it. Uchiha Madara asked curiously, what's the difference? It has been deprived of consciousness, can it resist? Xiao Zan, even if there is no consciousness, the instinct of the different fire will make it resist refining. You must know that the flame of nothingness is the second largest flame in the world of fighting Qi. There is only such a flame of nothingness in the entire world of fighting Qi, which seems to connect the heavens and the earth. I dare not give birth to a second flower. Senju Hashirama said speechlessly. No way. You all go to the world and even have 6 of the top fighting saints at the same time. Are you afraid that 2 flowers will swallow the flames? Whitebeard. It should be because of the rules of the world. There are no 2 identical devil fruits in our world, let alone 2 identical demon fruit powers. Li Zan. There are no 2 nihility swallowing flames in the Dochi world. It should be because of the rules of the world. As for the whole world being afraid of 2 nihility swallowing flames, this is a bit nonsense. The Do-Di who can kill nihility swallowing flames with 1 finger, a strong person can exist several times in the Dochi world at the same time. Xiao Zan. That's right, but the 2nd-ranked nether swallowing flame and the 3rd-ranked Jinglian demon fire, their dangers are beyond doubt. If it is said that only one of them can exist in the Dochi world, it is the choice of the rules of the world. That the pure lotus demon fire has devoured the peak fighting saint is the iron proof of their threat. Xiao Zan. Destroying a different fire and refining a different fire are 2 different things. The former only needs to be stronger than a different fire, while the latter requires absolute suppression of the different fire. Moreover, there is resistance and swallowing in the instinct of the different fire, even if it is refining. Even if the alien fire is destroyed, there is no guarantee that the alien fire will not backlash. Xiao Zan. For example, like what I said just now, the Jinglian demonic sage, he completely refined the Jinglian demonic fire. But when he was old and weakened, the Jinglian demonic fire attacked him. Uchiha Madara. Sounds similar to 10 Tails. If Jinchuriki is strong, then everything can be said, and once it becomes weak, it will face the backlash of the power in the body. Li Zan. Don't worry. The problem you mentioned will not come to me, because you don't know how powerful I am in the dark dimension. The flame of the phoenix power burned on him, and the surging dark energy also began to surge, transforming the void-swallowing flame together. Relying on his powerful authority and power, Li Zan easily absorbed the flames of nothingness. Not only that, relying on the home field advantage, Phoenix Force has left a strong spiritual imprint on Wu Yan Yan, ensuring that it cannot give birth to the consciousness of rebelling against Li Zan. Xiao Zan said stunned. No way, void-swallowing flame is so powerful, how could it be so easily absorbed by you? Li Zan smiled and said, why not? I said it, you don't understand how powerful I have here. Not to mention being a nihilistic swallowing flame, it's useless for Emperor Tuosh Gu to come. Fighting world. Li Zan, who appeared again, blocked the Emperor Sol Tien who wanted to support the clan, and when he raised his hand, black flames enveloped him, blocking his way. Void-swallowing inflammation? Sol Tiani looked at the black flames around him, his pupils shrank, and he glanced at Li Zan with a dreadful look on his face. I didn't expect you to refine the emptiness and swallow the flames so quickly. Who are you? Manzan outside, you were resurrected. Bar. Li Zan laughed. Correct answer. Soul Heavenly Emperor said slowly. We don't have to fight to the death, do we? Our Soul Clan has huge energy, and cooperation is the best choice for us. Li Zan chuckled. Cooperation? Sorry, not worthy of you. A powerful force imprisoned the space. Li Zan brought the Soul Emperor to the dark dimension. Through the battle with Manzan, Li Zan has already experienced the peak fighting power of Do Sheng. Li Zan had no interest in fighting the Emperor of Soul. What a powerful dark energy, can't be absorbed by me. After the Soul Emperor appeared in the dark dimension, he immediately noticed the huge and pure dark energy around him, and tried to absorb and control it, but found that he could not do it. It's useless. All the energy here is under my control, and you don't have the strength to snatch them from me. Li Zan smiled, and there was a tidal wave of dark energy surging from his hand. Soul Heavenly Emperor's face showed despair, and he swayed one after another powerful attack, trying to rush out of here. However, within the dark dimension, his resistance seemed weak and weak. The space force was imprisoned, the vindictive energy in the body could not be replenished, and all the attacks were swallowed up by the dark energy. The desperate Soul Heavenly Emperor, his body swelled like air, and wanted to use his self-destruction to break the prison here. This should be an independent space, similar to the space opened up by our Soul Clan. However, there should be a powerful dark circle in this space, otherwise he would not be able to use the space and energy of the Master so easily. The void-swallowing flame should be swallowed by him. His power comes from the magic circle in this space. The self-destruction of the peak Dosheng will definitely destroy this place, and my soul can escape. Li Hao. Soul Tiandi pondered quickly in his heart, his eyes flashed a ruthless color, and he made a very decisive decision. Although the destruction of his body will greatly damage his strength, he can no longer care about that much now. If the body is gone, he can recondense, and his realm is there, and he can recover sooner or later. With an earth-shattering roar, the Soul Heaven Emperor's body exploded directly. However, to the despair of Soul Heaven Emperor, his self-destruction did not break through this dark magic circle. Are you giving up? If you don't let you fight, you won't know what despair is. Li Zan waved his hand to disperse the blast of the explosion, smiled Mimi in front of the Huntian Emperor, and said in a playful tone, as expected of a top-fighting saint, the energy contained in his body is really huge. Rest assured, these energies will not be wasted, they will become the nourishment for the growth of the dark dimension together with your soul. Li Zan stretched out his hand, and the soul of Emperor Soul was rapidly eroded by dark energy, and soon merged into the dark dimension, strengthening the entire dimension together with the energy generated by his explosion. Soul Heaven Emperor's self-destruction did not make the energy in his body disappear, but released them in a violent way. In the case of being unable to break through the dark dimension, these energies naturally become part of the dark dimension. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 255. Then they're unlucky enough. After integrating the soul of Emperor Huntian and the energy he brought into the dark dimension, Li Zan was surprised to find that the soul has great benefits for the growth of the dimension. It's no wonder that the dimension demon gods in the Marvel world are willing to give the energy of their own dimension to the magician to use, and their initial goal is the soul of those magicians. The more frequently and in greater quantity the magician uses the energy of a certain dimension, the more obvious the dimension imprint on the soul, and the soul after their death will be taken away by the dimension demon. Pity. After realizing this, Li Zan was not overjoyed, but a little pity, because not all souls are so useful. The Soul Heaven Emperor's soul is too strong. Judging by the division standard of the Dochi world, this guy may already have an Emperor Realm soul, and this kind of high-quality soul is what the dimension needs. Better than nothing. Li Zan murmured in his heart and returned to the world of Dochi. The space where the Soul Clan was sealed tightly by him, and no trace of energy was leaked out. Li Zan nodded with a smile, and sent the entire space to the dark dimension of the Marvel Universe. In the chat group, Howard Stark said stunned, Master Group Leader, are you finally going to take the road of the Dimension Demon? Plundering energy and souls, and even engaging in dimensional invasions to devour other dimensions, this is what Dimension Demons should do. Thing. Li Zan laughed. I'm not very enthusiastic about this kind of thing, but the world of vindictiveness just happens to have some space suitable for swallowing. Sending these spaces to the dark dimension to solve the problem is simple, convenient and beneficial, so why not do it? The energy seal outside the Soul Clan space was lifted by Li Zan. The colorful energy scattered in the dark dimension, and then chains of dark energy condensed into the Soul Clan space, bringing 530 annihilations to the Soul Clan. Disaster. Xiao Zan flew out of it, looked at everything around him and said with emotion, is this the dark dimension? The feeling of coming in person is really extraordinary. After a pause, Man Zan said with some worry, Master Group Leader, won't you have any bad effects by plundering energy from the Dochi world? For example, the energy in the Dochi world is getting less and less, and it even affects the entire world? Li Zan said indifferently, you think too much. Which of those Do-Di who left the Dochi world didn't leave with a whole body of energy? Their departure didn't bring any bad influence to the Dochi world? Xiao Zan said speechlessly. If that's the case, then I'd like to understand. No wonder there are so many super powerhouses in ancient times, and it's not uncommon for Do-Di to stand side by side. Now, there are only 6 Do Saints at the top of the entire Dochi world. Senju Tobarama said in the chat group, because of the energy of the Dochi world, he was taken away from this world by the Do-Di. The energy of the Dochi world is less, and the number of strong people that can be cultivated will naturally become less and less. Li Zan said with a smile, don't worry. Since the energy of the Dochi world can be brought to dominate the world, the energy that dominates the world can naturally also come to the Dochi world. What are you afraid of? I will give it back the energy lost in the Dochi world. Xiao Zan breathed a sigh of relief. That's good. Li Zan patted Xiao Zan's shoulder and said with a smile, since the energy lost in the Dochi world, I will sooner or later make up for it. Now that there is a little loss, there is no need to worry about it, isn't it right? Xiao Zan said helplessly. Master Group Leader, what are you looking at in the Dochi world again? Li Zan said with a smile. BFDH, Dochi world also has a space full of energy, which is sealed with the pure lotus demon fire. The place where the ancient emperor's cave is also a place full of energy. I cannot use other spaces, these 2 spaces must get the dark dimension. Xiao Zan reminded cautiously. There is no compatibility between different fires, and their collision will bring devastating damage. It is very dangerous to hold 2 kinds of different fires in the body at the same time, and I do not recommend you to do this. Li Zan glanced at Xiao Zan and asked, when you were alive, didn't you also contain 3 kinds of strange fires in your body? Xiao Zan said helplessly. The three kinds of strange fires I accommodate are not powerful flames. I rely on my own strength to suppress their impulses, but this is not a wise choice. The second and third flames in the fire, the conflict between them is not easy to suppress. Xiao Zhan reminded in a dignified tone. The backlash of the Jinglian demon fire and the void-swallowing flame alone is enough to cause a headache. If the two of them conflict with each other and then backlash together, even the Do Emperor may not be able to survive. Li Zhan said indifferently. Don't worry, why do you think I brought them to the dark dimension? I will use the authority of the Dimension Master to set a seal on them, and use the power of the Phoenix to transform their consciousness. Xiao Zhan shook his head and said, each kind of abnormal fire contains powerful violent energy, and the collision between them is the root cause of the conflict between the different fires. And the abnormal fire without the violent energy is like no minions. Like a tiger. Got it? There's no solution to this problem. Li Zhan smiled and said, who said that? I know everything about the Do-Chi world better than you. In the Do-Chi world, there is a magical exercise that just happens to solve the conflicting problems between different fires. Xiao Zhan said in surprise. There is such a miraculous technique in the world of Do-Chi. It's incredible. Why isn't it in the records of our Xiao clan? Li Zhan said with a smile. You Do-Di family have a long history, but in those ancient times, there were many strong civilians in the Do-Chi world, and the Do-Di family's power was just like that. I really thought it was recorded in your family's documents. Everything? Xiao Zhan was speechless. Although these words were ugly, they were true. Li Zhan. If the information in your family records everything, why don't you know about Emperor Tuosh Gu? As the last Do Emperor in the Do-Chi world, he didn't leave a family behind. Isn't it surprising? Xiao Zhan frowned, nodded lightly and said, indeed, this is very strange. Since Emperor Tuosh has successfully been promoted to Emperor Do, then those who are related to him should be blessed by the world. Why is there no Tuo? What about the Do-Di family of Emperor Shegu? Even if the ancient Emperor Tuosh has no children and descendants, he will still have relatives in the aspect of ancestors, and this kind of blood relationship can also be blessed by the world. Even if this blood relationship has been passed down for hundreds of thousands of years, as long as there is still a trace of connection, it will be there as the bloodline of Emperor Do. Unless. Xiao Zhan's pupils shrank, and he said in shock, unless the ancient Emperor Tuosh is not a living being, there is no blood relationship. The pills are transformed into shapes or even different cremations. Only in this way will the Do Emperor family not be born. Li Zhan clapped his hands and said, it's absolutely correct. Emperor Tuosh Gu is a supernatural creature. He practiced the art of swallowing supernatural fires, wandered underground for thousands of years, swallowed a lot of supernatural flames, and finally successfully advanced to the battle. Emperor. Xiao Zhan's heart moved, and he quickly said, is the ranking of Yuo passed down by this ancient Emperor Tuosh? I have read the information in this regard, and the ranking of Yuo appeared after the birth of ancient Emperor Tuosh. The Emperor, a Do-Di level strange fire, the flame that devoured many kinds of strange fires, is the first ranked strange fire. Li Zhan applauded. As expected of a man who has led the imperial clan, your guess is absolutely correct. Xiao Zhan angrily said, what a pity. I have driven three kinds of different fires before my death, and I have a very good understanding of them and have a huge affinity. If I can enter the ancient emperor cave, even if I can't get the emperor's pill, there is still a lot of it. The opportunity to get the ancient emperor's inheritance. Li Zhan said with contempt, I think too much. If you want to get the inheritance of the ancient emperor, you must subdue at least one of the pure lotus demon fire and the empty swallowing flame. Only they can open the inheritance. Otherwise you will have no chance to connect to the inheritance. Xiao Zhan said stunned. How could this be? This standard is too high. Li Zhan sneered. The chance to be promoted to Do-Di is not high enough? The Golden Lion Shiki said sourly in the chat group. Such a high standard is still achieved by the Son of Destiny. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern said speechlessly. How did the Son of Destiny reach the standard? Don't say that he was as mindless and reckless as Roger. Li Zhan sighed. He got the technique of merging the different fires, and he also got the backhand left by the Holy Lotus Demon. There is no way to say such things as luck. Maybe this is the Son of Destiny. Dongfang Gaiyu said speechlessly. This is too shameless. How many kinds of strange fire did the Son of Destiny get in the end? Dongfang Gaiyu is a little sour, and the divine fire of his Dongfang family is only pure Yang Yan. Li Zhan said with a smile. After receiving the inheritance of the ancient Emperor Tuoshi, he can command all the strange fires in the world of Do-Chi. This is also an important reason why he can defeat the Emperor Huntian, and of course the important reason why the clues of the ancient Emperor's cave were born. Howard Stark. What do you mean? Han Fei. Emperor Tuosh can order all the different fires, only the second and third strange fires can open the inheritance, and the ancient jade that can open the ancient Emperor's cave dwelling is circulated. Isn't all of this the calculation of the ancient Emperor Tuosh? Xiao Zhan. This must be the arrangement of the ancient Emperor Tuoshi, but this is nothing. Many strong people in the Do-Chi world will do similar things when they leave their inheritance. Dongfang Gaiyu. Then they are really boring, aren't they afraid of burying their heritage? Xiao Zhan said nonchalantly. When they did this, they should have been mentally prepared to inherit and bury it. After all, the things that they are proud of can't be easily obtained by others if they are buried. Thomas Wayne. This kind of mentality can't be more normal. Even if I don't use it myself, I can't give it away to others for nothing. Is this kind of mentality? It's something almost everyone has. A state of mind. Lucky Star. There's nothing wrong with this kind of mentality. Why should I give something that I got at a high cost to others? Things that are given away are often not cherished. Senju Tobarama suddenly said, Master Group Leader, there seems to be something wrong with the world of pirates. It seems that there are traversers, and it's a group of people traversing in groups. Li Zan laughed. Then they are unlucky enough. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 256 Reincarnation, Reincarnation Seal. One Piece World has been run by Li Zan into his own back garden, and the original plot has also been broken, and it is useless for the traveler to come. Unless their system is very powerful enough to suppress the original pirate world, even against Li Zan, who has now become a complete body. Li Zan instructed Xiao Zan. Go back to the Dochi world first and find the sealed space where the Jinglian demon fire is located for me. At the same time, look for a place called Haijiaoyu, where the ancient emperor's cave space is located. Xiao Zan said stunned. Don't you know where these two places are? I thought you knew everything. Li Zan rolled his eyes and said, the location of Haijiaoyu is easy to find. You can get a complete map of the world of Dochi and search for it in the northwest direction. You can find it. The sealed space of the Jinglian demon fire is difficult to find. It is hidden and only appears at certain times. Xiao Zan raised his hand and said, I know the news about the Jinglian demon fire. Our family has information about it. Even a lot of Dusheng powerhouses in our family have tried to capture it, but unfortunately they all failed. Li Zan smiled and said, if you can figure out its approximate location, I will pull it out. The pure lotus demon saint who created that space is not as powerful as me, and the space he created can't stop me. Xiao Zan nodded and said, if you say that, these two jobs are not very difficult. Don't worry, I will be able to finish them soon. After sending Xiao Zan back to the Dochi world, Li Zan immediately asked Senju Tobarama in the chat group. Those who traveled, how did you find them? Senju Tobarama replied, after the establishment of the New World Federation, the revolutionary army led by Drago did not immediately join us. Li Zan said speechlessly, they don't want to replace us and become the master of this world, right? Senju Tobarama laughed. Who knows? I don't know what they're thinking, but they are not against us as they are against the world government. But they don't believe that we can be sure, who let us have so many unknown sources in our hands, troops. Li Zan said clearly. The troops from the world of Hokage and the world of Scarlet Eyes, although they have done a lot to maintain peace. But they are not people of this world after all, and it is easy for people to find clues. Senju Tobarama. Fortunately, the world of pirates is rather strange, especially the Grand Line is full of all kinds of strange countries. In addition, most ordinary people have little knowledge, and we were easily fooled by us. Shiki the Golden Lion. Jia ha ha ha, I know this, I know something. The troops from the world of Hokage and the world of Scarlet Eye, claiming to be Wanokuni and the Empire from the Grand Line. Ordinary people don't know the truth, so they believe these words. But those powerhouses in the pirate world are not easy to fool, right? Whitebeard. Dorag, the leader of the revolutionary army, is a character, and he must not be so easily deceived. Senju Tobarama. Maybe this is the real reason why they have been reluctant to merge with us, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, with their strength, they won't make any trouble in front of the World Federation. Uchiha Madara. What do they have to do with transmigrators? Senju Tobarama. Although I believe they can't cause any major incidents, their strength makes me have to guard against them. I arranged for some agents to monitor them and found that there were a large number of strange powerhouses around them. Sword God Ryoma. What's so strange about this? Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. It's not surprising that there are some hidden powerhouses in the pirate world. Maybe they all found something wrong with the World Federation, so they united. Fire Fist Ace. Why do you think they are transmigrators? Senju Tobarama. Among them, a strange strong man with Thor's hammer in his hand. Is this a good reason? Howard Stark was surprised. Thor's Meow Hammer? Senju Tobarama. That's right, if nothing else, that guy with a completely different look than Thor might also have the power of Thor. This should confirm that they are transmigrators, right? Li Zan. On the contrary, they are probably not traversers, but reincarnations who form groups to go to other worlds. Senju Tobarama wondered, is there any difference between transmigrators and reincarnations? Li Zan pondered. The difference is that reincarnations are also a type of transmigrators, and transmigrators who share a system are reincarnations. Lu Xing was speechless. This description is really appropriate. Senju Tobarama. I seem to understand the group leader. Can you elaborate? I want to make sure that my guess is right or wrong. Li Zan. In the past, there was a system called reincarnation space. It selected a large number of hosts at one time, assigned them tasks and sent them to the corresponding world. Because there were too many hosts, reincarnation space would not care about the host's life or death, it was dead anyway. There will also be new speeds. Li Zan. Reincarnation Space arranges various tasks for its hosts called reincarnations, and at the same time gives the reincarnators who complete the task the opportunity to become stronger, so as to motivate them to become stronger. Lu Sheng commented, compared with a single system, the public system of reincarnation space is less humanized and more eager for quick success. I have read similar novels before, and the casualty rate of reincarnation is very high. Shiki the Golden Lion smiled and said, Jia ha ha ha, interesting, it seems that our pirate world is being targeted by that reincarnation space. Do they use our world as a testing ground? Lord Group, let me go and talk to those pirates. Let the reincarnations compete. One Piece Roger. I have an idea. Since that reincarnation space can have many hosts, can we become its hosts? In other words, can we people become reincarnators? Li Zan laughed. It sounds interesting, you can try it. Don't worry, I'll go meet those reincarnators right away. Pirate World, the headquarters of the Revolutionary Army. Several reincarnations gathered together and communicated with each other solemnly. There is no doubt. This world is not a virtual world created by the reincarnation space, this is a real pirate world. Not only that, this real pirate world is likely to be visited by other travelers or reincarnations. How is your intelligence collection? This pirate world is not an ordinary chaos. There are too many characters who do not belong to this world. What is certain is, if we want to help the Revolutionary Army replace the World Federation, we must adopt a quick fix strategy. After helping the Revolutionary Army replace the World Federation, leave immediately, and we must not stay in this world for too long. Yeah. Thor, Senju Hashirama, Ace Day, when the World Federation replaced the world government, there were too many strong people. They're probably all controlled by that Li Zan. That Li Zan is the World Federation trump card. There is no doubt that Li Zan should be a traverser, and a traverser who can freely enter and exit other worlds. Not only that, he can also lead people to traverse. Otherwise, there is no way to explain those from the world of Hokage and Crimson Hitomi World's troops. That's good news for us, isn't it? Just because he's in and out of other worlds at will, there's no reason we have to match him. While he's not here, finish your mission quickly. Anyway, the mission of reincarnation space is only for us to help the Revolutionary Army replace the World Federation. It doesn't matter whether the Revolutionary Army can take a firm position. That's it. 0. That's all. That Li Zan is too mysterious and too powerful, and I don't want to fight him at all. How's your chat with Dorag? Dorag is not an idiot, it's not easy to confuse him to be hostile to the World Federation. Although he is wary of the World Federation, the strength of the World Federation makes it impossible for him to easily declare war on the World Federation. Don't worry. I have the ability to influence people's hearts. Just leave me the job of gazing Drago. There are many people who are suspicious and dissatisfied with the World Federation. We can win more allies and helpers. As far as I know, there are many strong people in the laboratory of the World Federation. You can try it. Just as the reincarnations were chatting hotly, Li Zan quietly appeared in front of them, startling the reincarnators who were communicating. Who? Li Zan. Damn, run ass, do it. The reincarnations opened their mouths one after another, and their opinions were not consistent. But it doesn't matter, because their opinions don't matter, Li Zan's thoughts are the most important. Confinement. The invisible power of space suddenly condensed, suppressing all the reincarnators in front of him. The strength gap between the two sides is too large, and they have no resistance in front of Li Qinxuan. Let me see your memories. Li Zan raised his hand to release the power of the phoenix, the powerful spiritual power accompanied by the power of the mind gem and soul gem. Read the memories of the reincarnator together. Bang bang bang. Just when Li Zan was about to browse their memories, the bodies of several reincarnations exploded, which seemed to be the means of reincarnation space staying on them. Ding. Congratulations to the host for killing 5 reincarnators and obtaining 5 reincarnation seals for the system. Holding the reincarnation seal, you can obtain the status of reincarnation. A lot of information appeared in Li Zan's heart, which made Li Zan very happy. Those who have the seal of reincarnation can deceive the reincarnation space and obtain the identity of reincarnation. And Li Zan can locate the world through Samsara, and even watch the live broadcast through Samsara. Superior. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 257 sounds like a strong one. Reincarnation seal? Good stuff? Li Zan smiled and spoke in the chat group. I got something that can penetrate into the interior of the reincarnation space. Who would like to be a reincarnation person? One Piece Roger replied immediately. Does it even need to be said? Of course I am the most suitable to be an undercover agent. Golden Lion Shiki sarcastically said. Take it down. You are the most irresponsible person in the chat group, and you still want to be an undercover agent? Don't waste this precious opportunity. Li Zan. Indeed. There are only 5 places that can be entered into the reincarnation space, and they cannot be easily wasted. One Piece Roger said disappointedly. There are only 5 places? This is too few. Li Zan. Don't worry. The key item that enters the reincarnation space, the reincarnation seal, is the reward that explodes after I kill the reincarnator. If nothing else happens, I can get a reincarnation seal for every reincarnation I kill in the future. One Piece Roger smiled and said, Then I can rest assured. In this case, don't give me the 5 precious places that I currently have. I still have some hard numbers in my heart, and the work of undercover is really not suitable for me. Uchiha Madara said eagerly. How about giving me a reincarnation seal? Undercover is also the basic ability of ninjas. 530. Senju Tobarama. Compared to everyone from other worlds, we ninjas are indeed more suitable for the work of lurking undercover. Howard Tucker. I think 5 places are quite a lot. After all, there are only a few members in the chat group. Excluding those with little strength and work to do, there are not many who can go undercover in the reincarnation space. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. The world of Hokage is on the right track, and it can run normally even without me. Lord, how about giving me a place to enter the reincarnation space? Sword God Ryoma. I also want a place for a reincarnator, and the reincarnation space is still very interesting to me. Lee Zan. If that's the case, let Senju Hashirama, Uchiha Madara, Ghost Lantern Moon, Sword God Ryoma and the Mutant Black Emperor go undercover in Samsara. Mutant Black Emperor. Me? That's fine. Anyway, I don't have much to do on Earth, so it's better to go to the reincarnation space to find excitement. Golden Lion Shiki. Mutant Black Emperor, aren't you fighting against your own enemy, Magneto Eric? The Mutant Black Emperor disdainfully said. Right? Don't be stupid, he is not my opponent at all, and it is very boring to fight with him. Howard Stark. Your ability is indeed a bit cheating, but Magneto's good friend, Professor Charles, can't he restrain you? Mutant Black King. Charles can't do anything to me if I wear a psychic shielding helmet. If I don't wear a psychic shielding helmet, Charles can fix me with a single thought. Fighting him is more boring than fighting Eric. Gold Thief Wu Nan. Didn't you kill Eric? That's your murder enemy. Mutant Black Emperor. No, for Eric today, it is more painful to live than to die. The mutant technology obtained by the master of the group from Egg solves the contradiction between mutants and ordinary people, allowing Eric's lifelong dream came to nothing. Howard Stark said speechlessly. He is already old, and he still wants to build a mutant empire? Based on his current age, even if he really builds a mutant empire, he doesn't have much time to enjoy it. Uchiha Madara said disdainfully. Howard, not everyone is as obsessed with enjoyment as you are. For some people, in order to achieve their ideals, they can endure all the pain and loneliness. Senju Tobarama questioned. Endure all the pain and loneliness Madara, have you experienced this life too? Uchiha Madara snorted coldly. Of course. The years I waited for Rinnegan to start, do you think I'm enjoying myself? Lee Zan said. I can testify that Madara has been living in the dark underground for those years, living an ascetic life. If he endured pain and loneliness, there is no doubt. Outside, the dark dimension. The 5 undead that Lee Zan wanted to arrange to enter the dark dimension were all summoned, and Lee Zan printed the reincarnation to them and asked them to try to fuse this thing with himself. It's going well. Senju Hashirama was the first to complete the fusion with the reincarnation seal, and then the whole person was enveloped in a ray of light, which was undoubtedly the power from the reincarnation space. Senju Hashirama said solemnly, Master, I feel that the reincarnation space seems to be calling me. Lee Zan laughed. Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and go. Senju Hashirama smiled slightly, gave up his resistance to this power, and disappeared in an instant. In the chat group, Lee Zan said, At Senju Hashirama, open up your perception and let us see your situation. Senju Hashirama. Okay, I also need you to help me analyze what's going on in the environment I'm in now. Senju Hashirama opens up sensory sharing, allowing Lee Zan and others to observe everything around him as if they were possessed. At this time, Senju Hashirama was in a vast white space, surrounded by closed spaces, and there was no one around. A mechanical voice suddenly sounded. Reincarnation, welcome to the reincarnation space. If you want to survive in the reincarnation space, you must accept a mission every month, otherwise you will be obliterated by the reincarnation space. After the task is completed, you have 7 days of rest time before the start of the 30-day January clock. Then a light curtain appeared in front of Senju Hashirama, displaying his personal attributes and a shop icon, as well as 0 reincarnation coins. Senju decisively called the Samsara Mall, and then saw the densely packed product names displayed on the light curtain. In the chat group, everyone was a little shocked. The visual impact brought by the exaggerated number of commodity types in Samsara Mall was too strong. Uchiha Madara. Are you kidding me? Mangekyo Sharingan and Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, are they priced so clearly? Damn it, even Rinnegan has them. Second Mizukage sighed. The base price of Mangekyo Sharingan is 3,000, and the specific price is determined according to the pupil technique. Uchiha Obito's Kamui Mangekyo is indeed the best among Mangekyo Sharingan, and the price is close to the base price of Eternal Mangekyo. Namikaze Minato. Space ability is a high-end symbol in most worlds, even in the Marvel world and Dochi world. There are so many strong people in the Marvel world, except for Kamatage's mages. Master Space Force, how many are there? Xiaozan. In the world of Dochi, as long as the strength reaches Dozong, anyone can touch the threshold of the power of space. But only the master of the Dozun level can master the power of master space. If you want to open up space, Mori requires the strength of the Fighting Saint level. Lee Zan. The strength level in the world of Do Chi is divided into 10 major levels, and only the 6th level is Do Zong. A strong person of this level can shatter mountains and rivers with every gesture. Don't underestimate it because of its low level. What? Xiao Zhan. That's right, except for the imperial clan with strong bloodline like us, ordinary people can become Do Zong, and there is no one among thousands of people who can become Do Zong. Those who can become Do Zong are basically geniuses. Enough to dominate an empire on the edge of the continent. Namikaze Minato asked curiously, how big is that kind of empire? Namikaze Minato has been slashing the world of Crimson Eyes, leading the operation of the empire, and is more sensitive to the term empire. Xiao Zhan pondered. Well, to be honest, I don't know much about these things. You know, I was born in a powerful imperial family. All I need to focus on is strength, and the rest only need to know a little bit about it. Uchiha Madara. Master, if someone in the world of Marvel and DC becomes the master of Kamui Mangekyo, how strong will he be? Lee Zan. Who knows? It's definitely impossible to be invincible. But in the face of most powerful people, the two abilities of Hollow and Space Distortion are enough to keep the owner of Kamui Mangekyo safe. After all, not all the world is the same as the Do Chi world, the space power is so flooded. Thomas Wayne. Indeed. Even gas stars and Saiyans don't show space ability. Even in front of them, space ability is a powerful tool. Lee Zan. That's not necessarily true. Kamui Mangekyo's Hollow is indeed a very useful dodge skill, but this skill also needs to be controlled by oneself. The attack speed of Chi Star and Saiyan is too fast. Uchiha Obito is definitely not their opponent. It will definitely be instantly killed by the opponent in an instant. Namikaze Minato. I can attest to this. During the Nine Tails Rebellion, I wounded him with an attack that Obito didn't have time to respond to. If it was a Kryptonian or a Saiyan, it would definitely appear in him in an instant. Next to him, then behead him. 3.7. Uchiha Shisui. Like my god, Kamui is still very good as a skill. Absolutely invincible or something, such a thing is impossible. Uchiha Madara. Tenjin's value is second only to Kamui, and it's also a good ability. Tsukuyomi, Amaterasu, Flame Control, what are these things? Too cheap. Senju Tobarama sneered. You have executed the plan of infinite Tsukuyomi, don't you know what Tsukuyomi is? Uchiha Madara said unhappily. Of course I know Tsukuyomi is a kind of illusion, but using this kind of illusion to occupy the position of a Mangekyo pupil technique is too extravagant. This skill is not worthy. Lord of the group, Amaterasu and Flame Control or what ability? Lee Zan. Amaterasu can create unquenchable black flames, and Flame Control can control Amaterasu's black flames. Tsukuyomi and Amaterasu are the pupils of Uchiha Itachi in the original future, and Amaterasu and Flame Control are the Mangekyo pupils of Uchiha Sasuke in the original future. Senju Hashirama asked curiously, what's the matter with the black flame that can't be extinguished? It sounds like it's very strong. Lee Zan. The power of a flame that cannot be extinguished unless the target is completely burned is indeed terrifying. However, there are many ways to break it, and it is not that scary. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 258 The Forest Fire Brought by Amaterasu? Lee Zan explained. There are many ways to deal with Amaterasu's black flames, such as the Seal of Fire in sealing. The sealing technique in the Hokage world is a panacea-level existence that can seal anything. From chickens, ducks, geese, dogs, and cats to Otsutsuki Kagaya, they can all be dealt with by sealing. Senju Tobarama. The effect of the Seal of the Fire Seal is not very good in actual combat. This thing is just like the seal of the seal-tailed beast. Unless the target does not move, it is difficult to seal them smoothly. Senju Hashirama. If that's the case, the Seal of the Seal can only deal with those black flames that are not controlled by the enemy. If you are burned by the black flames on yourself, it will be very troublesome. Uchiha Madara disdainfully said, what's the trouble with this? Rinnegan's Seal Absorption and Shinra's Tianjung can easily solve these chakra creations. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern said silently, do you think everyone has Rinnegan? Uchiha Madara sneered, do you think Juan Mangekyo Sharingan's pupil technique is so easy to decipher? The group master said that there are many ways to crack it, and that is only for the group master, do you understand what I mean? Lee Zan. I can't say the same, Amaterasu itself has great drawbacks. You should be very clear. There is no perfect ninjutsu in the Hokage world, and Amaterasu also has its own weaknesses. The 15th seal art can solve the black flames that already exist. Chakra can fight the attack of black flames. Namikaze Minato was surprised. Chakra out. Lee Zan. This is your son Uzumaki Naruto's way of dealing with Amaterasu, using the chakra code to resist Amaterasu's black flames. After the opponent's Amaterasu is finished, just throw away the burning black flames of chakra's coat. Senju Tobarama. Is the chakra coat formed by the tailed beast chakra? It is difficult for ordinary people to make a chakra coat from their own chakra. Of course, this is not impossible. Lee Zan. Okay. If you think this method is very troublesome, then put a few shields in the seal scroll. When the enemy puts Amaterasu, use the shield to block, and then throw away the shield that burns with black flames. Senju Hashirama laughed and said, "This method is so good that anyone can use it." Shiki, the golden lion, complained. When the group leader said this, the inextinguishable black flame that was very powerful just now turned into a rubbish in an instant. Li Zan. No way. These are ninjas, and intelligence is very important to them. Many powerful ninjas will be easily dealt with by ninjas much weaker than themselves after they find out their own intelligence. Uchiha Shisui. No way. Li Zan. Why not? I have a living example here. In Akatsuki's organization in the future, there was an explosive ninja who was good at clay bombs. Before his information was found out, K's caught and defeated 3. Tails looks very strong. Senju Hashirama stunned. Catch the wind shadow? Uchiha Madara sneered. It's nothing to be surprised, Tsunagakure has always been so weak. It's not a big fuss when his own case gauge was caught. Li Zan. That's right, Tsunagakure is really weak, and it's been particularly embarrassing since 3rd case gauge. 3rd case gauge was assassinated by the puppet genius Scorpion in his village, and his corpse was turned into a human puppet. 4th case gauge was assassinated by Konoha rebel ninja Orochimaru, was also pretended to attack Konoha. 5th case gauge was defeated in his own village, and the whole person was taken away. 2nd Mizukage said dumbfoundedly. I used to think that it was unlucky enough for 4th Mizukage to be controlled by others, but I didn't expect Tsunagakure's shadow to come to the bottom. Compared with Tsunagakure's shadow, 4th Mizukage doesn't seem to be so tragic. Senju Hashirama said excitedly. Have you found it? This ability named Amaterasu is very suitable for me. First come to a tree world to cover the audience, and then use the Amaterasu black flame to set the trees on fire. Li Zan pondered. Forest fire. And it's the kind of forest fire that can't touch any flames. It's really scary. But for people who have a lot of chakra, the effect of this trick may not be so good. Senju Hashirama laughed and said, Master, Madara's fire style can't beat my wood style, do you know why? Uchiha Madara said unhappily. Because Hashirama's trees are under his control as long as they are not destroyed. Even the burning roots of trees are still under his control. Senju Tobarama said with a smile. So with the fire style released by Madara, if he can't directly destroy the trees made by the Big Brother, he will face the attack of burning trees. Originally, the trees made by the Big Brother only had physical damage. Inflicts additional fire damage. Li Zan. That is to say, Hashirama, do you want to enchant your own trees with Amaterasu black flames? Senju Hashirama. That's right. Although my tree world can change the terrain in an instant, it often eats cancer in the face of that kind of flexible enemies. Those people can jump around in the attack of the roots of the trees, and the already formed woods also it's hard to hurt them. But with Amaterasu's inextinguishable black flames, the terrifying flames that cover the entire forest. Uchiha Shisui. Mangekyo Sharingan's pupil technique is not so good. Is it possible to create Amaterasu black flames that cover the entire forest? Senju Hashirama laughed and said, Don't worry. I still have Sage Body in my attribute list, which can assist in the release of Mangekyo's pupil technique. With such a powerful body as my engine and cooler, what is the black flame of Amaterasu covering a forest? Uchiha Madara. It's undeniable that Sage Body Mangekyo is really a good match for Sharingan. Uchiha Obito has less than half of wood-style cells on his body, so his Kamui Mangekyo can be used indefinitely. Senju Hashirama said triumphantly. Compared with the wood-style cells on Uchiha Obito, the wood-style cells on my body are not only half the number, but also 2 or 3 grades higher in quality. If I get Amaterasu Mangekyo, sure to create an Amaterasu fire that can change the terrain like you can with wood style. Senju Tobarama frowned and said, Brother, are you sure you want to buy Amaterasu Mangekyo? I think Kamui Mangekyo is more practical. You can see what everyone said, space ability is a cheating method in many worlds. Senju Hashirama said helplessly. Tobarama, as you know, using space abilities is not my fighting style. Fighting in this way requires precise calculations. Your brother, I am taking the road of flying bricks. Senju Tobarama was speechless, which made it a little tricky. The first shot is a large wood style that can change the terrain. Senju Hashirama has become accustomed to this fighting style, and he can't change it for a while. Li Zan said with a smile. Don't worry about this issue, you still have a lot of time to change your fighting style. Don't forget, you don't even have a reincarnation coin now. The process of earning reincarnation coins is also your own change. The process of Uchiha Madara. Hasalama, Amaterasu Black Flame is really good with your wood style, but it can only deal with those who are not strong. If you really want to become stronger, Rinnegan is the one you should choose. Senju Hashirama. Madara, hurry up and take a look at the reincarnation space. Your Rinnegan should still be in your personal attributes, and the reincarnation space can also help you upgrade your Rinnegan. Li Zan. Not only Rinnegan, but also Sage Body can continue to be upgraded. Fairy Body and Fairy Eye. At least it is my level to be considered a full level. Senju Tobarama asked curiously, Master, can your Fairy Body and Fairy Eyes continue to grow stronger? 530 Li Zan. Of course, for example, to classify Sage Body and Sage Eyes, each upgrade requires a lot of experience points. If I want to continue to improve my current level, the experience points needed are infinite. This means that it is impossible to upgrade, but the increase in strength represented by the increase in experience value can still exist. Fire Fist Ace said unhappily. Why is Daddy's shock fruit so cheap? The price is almost the same as Amaterasu Mangekyo. It makes no sense. Don't you know that Daddy's shock fruit ability is the devil fruit ability that can destroy the world? Whitebeard laughed. Go la la la, Ace. You don't need to care about such trivial things. Shock fruit's ability is indeed powerful, but not everyone can use it. Without my strong physique, I can't play shock fruit. Strength. Shiki the Golden Lion laughed. That's right. Although the destructive power of shock fruit is good, it has too much negative impact on those who are capable. Those who can control this devil fruit are all top masters without exception. In comparison, my ability to carve ripe fruit is more valuable. One Piece Roger said enviously. The price of lion fruit can be on par with Kamui Mangekyo. Could it be because of its hidden methods? Like the lord of the group said, an island that falls from the sky can destroy the entire world? Golden Lion Shiki said triumphantly. Who knows, maybe it's just because this devil fruit is stronger. Even without the use of meteorites to destroy the world, lion fruit's abilities are very useful. Li Zan. Indeed. The ability to touch the water, control the water, touch the soil and drive the king. Just the ability to drive oneself to touch objects is enough to increase the value of this devil fruit. What's more, it can also be owned by people. Air dominance, and the strategic value of creating a flying fortress, is not unusual for Kamui Mangekyo. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 259 Has everything been done? At this time, Uchiha Madara and others also completed the fusion with the Seal of Reincarnation and entered the reincarnation space one after another. They did not get together, but entered the white spaces individually. Senju Hashirama said regretfully. Can we get together? It's a shame. If possible, I would like to team up with Madara to do the mission. Uchiha Madara Tsunere hummed. Only the weak need to form a team, and the strong can handle all tasks by themselves. Senju Tobarama poured cold water rudely. Don't brag there, can you handle the tasks of those reincarnators before? Uchiha Madara. Well, he really can't handle this, the power Li Zan has now is no joke. Xiao Zan. Is there even a special fire for sale in the reincarnation space? The top Emperor Flame should be the first special fire formed by the fusion of 22 different fires, right? The Golden Lion Shiki said speechlessly. 1,000,000 reincarnation coins, is this serious? The price is a bit too high. How much is a devil fruit? Li Zan. The price is not high at all. Don't make it similar to devil fruit. Didn't you see that a chakra fruit costs 30,000 reincarnation coins? The energy contained in Emperor Yan is much larger than that of chakra fruit. It is not surprising that it has this value. Xiao Zan. After the fusion, Emperor Yan should still have the function of the original strange fire, right? Whitebeard. If that's the case, then the Emperor Flame is worth the money. Each strange fire is equivalent to the fusion of Mara fruit and other devil fruit abilities. Fire, after obtaining it, can have 23 different abilities. Shiki the Golden Lion. Then after eating the chakra fruit, you can still have 7 suitable spells and various special abilities. The number of abilities you get after eating the chakra fruit is probably no less than the number of abilities you get after getting the Emperor Flame. Bar. Li Zan. At Xiao Zan, is everything done? Man Zan. It's done. I have confirmed the space of the Jinglian Demon Fire and the location of the Ancient Emperor's Cave, but I am now trapped at the entrance of the Ancient Emperor's Cave. The Dragon Emperor of the Taishu Ancient Dragon family has a problem with his brain and found that I left me here after I didn't have the Ancient Jade. Howard Stark said stunned. No way, you two are at the same level of strength. He shouldn't be able to stop you if you want to leave, right? Xiao Zan. He really can't stop him, and I'm not afraid of him when I fight. But our battlefield is a bit special. This is the cave of the Ancient Emperor Tuosh. After we fought for a while, the Ancient Emperor Tuosh stayed behind. The power imprisoned us. Mutant Black Emperor. There is only one level difference between you and the Ancient Emperor Tuoshi. With such a small gap, the little power you left behind can suppress both of you? Xiao Zan said helplessly. In our world, the difference between the first level is like a cloud of mud in the sky. Not to mention the power he left behind, even if it is his coercion, we may not be able to withstand it. Li Zan. When the Dragon Emperor of the Taishu Ancient Dragon Clan was imprisoned at the entrance of the Ancient Emperor's Cave in Tuosh, the Ancient Clan and the Soul Clan were only ordinary people in the Dodi clan. Understand? He was imprisoned there already several 10,000 years. Xiao Zan. I can see it. After this bastard pulled me into the water, he was chattering proudly there. It seems that he is also suffocated, and he especially needs someone to accompany him here. But I have to say that the lifespan of the Taishu Gulong clan is terrifying. Senju Hashirama. Indeed, to live for 10,000 years is a horrible lifespan. No one in our Hokage world has recorded years as old as him. Sword God Ryoma. The same is true in the world of pirates. The time recorded in history is not even 10,000 years. If it counts before 10,000 years, it is uncertain whether there was a human being at that time. Howard Stark. I really envy these immortal species. In other words, won't this race that can survive for several 10,000 years break the balance of strength in the Dochi world? Li Zan. Lifespan. The Dragon Emperor of the Taishu ancient dragon family can live so long, not all because of his race lifespan. Xuan, haven't you found out? The time near the ancient emperor's cave has been changed, and the passage of time there is faster than that of the ancient emperor. The outside world is a lot slower. Xuan. I've already noticed it, but I'm just not sure. Uchiha Madara. Can Dodi's power affect the flow of time in an area? That's really scary enough. Space power is enough to drive people crazy, and the horror of time power is still higher than space power. Xuan. It is indeed Dodi's ability to influence time. I have been exposed to similar things before. There was a Dodi who built a large tomb for himself, and the time in the tomb passed much faster than the outside world. Cultivation in it can train talents faster. Sword God Ryoma. Does the Dodi family have one person for such a useful thing? Xuan. That's not true. Maybe time power is a common ability of all Do emperors, just like space power is a power that all Dozong can access. But not all Do emperors can build this kind of ability that can affect the speed of time passing. Only the Dodi who is a great master of the power of time can do it. Howard Tucker. Understand. The difficulty of manipulating the power of time and creating an item with the power of time is completely different. The mages of Kamatage who can use the power of space cannot create a magician that can use the power of space at will. A magic tool that uses the power of space. Xuan. That's right, that's the truth. Lord of the group, do you have time to pick me up now? Li Zan. Coming soon. Li came to Zan Dochi world, appeared in the magma world underground in Haijiaoyu, and saw a huge space buried here. That is the space where the ancient emperor's cave was located. A powerful force surged out of Li Zan's body and sealed the ancient emperor's space. Gudi's space seems to have sensed the unkind power of the Comer, and a wisp of the power of time permeates out, resisting Li Zan's energy. The power of time? Li Zan smiled slightly, the time gem on his finger glowed green, offsetting the power of time released by Gudi's space. Then one after another energy seal appeared out of thin air, surrounding the space where the ancient emperor's cave was located. After Li Zan sealed the Gudi space, he packaged it directly to the Marvel world and sent it to the dark dimension. The energy seal set by Li Zan quickly disintegrated, and the space where the ancient emperor's cave was also quickly disintegrated. A long purple gold dragon flew out, followed by Xuan who was in a state of soul. What exactly is going on? The long purple gold dragon turned into a majestic middle-aged man, looking at the surrounding scene with a look of surprise. How could the space left by the ancient Emperor Tuosh suddenly dissolve? Li Zan smiled and said, because it has encountered an irresistible force, it can only be melted and disintegrated by the opponent. The Dragon Emperor of the Taishu ancient dragon clan, Zhu Kun. I am very happy to meet you. Zhu Kun looked at Li Zan vigilantly, and suddenly shot at Li Zan. Purple gold light gushing out from his body, turned into a huge dragon claw and grabbed Li Zan. State your identity and purpose. Zhu Kun spoke coldly and decided to strike first. Xuan, who was on the side, said speechlessly, Master Group Leader, this Dragon Emperor really needs a lesson. Li Zan nodded and said, You're right, you should really educate him. Should you say that he is a monster with muscles full of brains? You don't even look at the difference in strength before you shoot. Li Zan stretched out a finger and lightly tapped the energy dragon claw that suddenly appeared in front of him, and the energy dragon claw instantly dissipated into nothingness. Then, a chain of jet black chains emerged from the nothingness, and the iron chains formed by the dark energy enveloped Zhu Kun and tied it firmly. Damn it! Zhu Kun was furious and struggled violently. Li Zan said helplessly, Be obedient, otherwise you will suffer. As soon as the voice fell, the flames condensed by strands of dark energy appeared on Zhu Kun's body, causing him to burn in unbearable pain. Soon he showed his own body, and a huge purple gold long dragon violently tossed in the dark dimension. Surrender. In the end, Zhu Kun was unable to withstand the dark flames, and made a hysterical begging for mercy. Li Hao. Very good, in the future, you will partner with Xuan and take care of the Dochi world for me. Li Zan nodded with satisfaction and removed the fire of darkness from Zhu Kun's body, letting Zhu Kun breathe a sigh of relief. Knowing this earlier, I will never force you to stay. Zhu Kun glanced at Man Zan with a sad face, and said in a regretful tone. He felt that he would have this experience purely because he had pulled Xuan into the water, because from the performance of Li Zan and Xuan, it is obvious that they are a group. Xuan smiled and said, It's your honor to be able to serve the lord of the group with this expressionless expression. Li Zan nodded and said, That's right, as long as you do things well for me, your benefits will be indispensable. Even if it is the chance to advance to Do-D, I can't give it to you. Zhu Kun said in surprise. Are you kidding? Li Zan smiled and said, Of course not. Why do you think there will be no more Do-D in the Do-Chi world? Xuan, give him some popular science? Instructing Man Zan to teach Zhu Kun the matter of popularizing the origin of Emperor Qi, Li Zan focused his attention on the ancient emperor's cave. The flow of dark energy, in the absence of Tuosh Goryeo, forcibly broke the gate of the ancient emperor's cave. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 260 Otaku in the Dookie World. A steady stream of dark energy forced the ancient emperor's cave to open, and Li Zan walked in with curious Xiao Zan and Zhu Kun. Xiao Zan looked at the huge square in the ancient emperor's cave, and said with emotion, "Yuo Square? The master of the group is right, the ancient emperor Tuosh is really the #1 strange fire." Kun said stunned. "You guys even know this?" Xiao Zan smiled and said, "Don't think that we have not experienced that era, so we don't understand the events of that era. After the ancient emperor Tuosh swallowed up many different fires, he became the first one, and he ranked first in the list of different fires, from." Kun stared at Xiao Zan and suddenly asked, "Which family are you from? Don't tell me you are from an ordinary person." Xiao Zan smiled and said, "The descendants of Emperor Do, all the clans." Zhu Kun pondered. "Is it the Xiao clan? In the era of the ancient emperor Tuosh, although the Xiao clan was not a big clan, it did exist. It is not surprising that there are records of this in your clan." Xiao Zan smiled and didn't explain that Li Zan told him these things. He looked at the huge statue at the front of the square, where a steady stream of dark energy was sitting against the statue in the final confrontation. An old man whose appearance was exactly the same as the statue was forcibly suppressed by a group of powerful dark energy, and finally turned into an elixir under the suppression of the dark energy, that is, the Emperor Grade Pill. Boom! After the Emperor's young pill was suppressed, the huge statue was forcibly opened by the dark energy, and a huge space burst out from it, turning into a surging sea of flames. An old man exactly like the statue appeared in the sea of fire, and his hair was colorful, as if a gorgeous flame was burning in it. This is totally different from the 530 I imagined. How many years later this is the world of Dochi? It turned out to be like this. No, I'm afraid this is not the world of Dochi. The old man with long flaming hair stood in the sea of fire and smiled at the dark world around him. The endless sea of flames fought against the surrounding dark energy. The darkness is terrifying, but the fire can illuminate the light. Looking at the dark energy around him being driven back by his own sea of flames, Toshiguri smiled and said to Li Zan. Li Zan shook his head and said, "No, the flame is just a moment of splendor, and the darkness is eternal." As Li Zan's voice fell, the entire cave of Tuoshiguri was swallowed up and disintegrated by dark energy. Tuoshiguri and his flame ocean were exposed to the universe of the dark dimension, and the monstrous dark energy surrounded them. "This is my world. Don't say that you are not a complete body now. Even if you are a complete Do-D now, you will not be my opponent." Li Zan looked at Toshiguri and his sea of flames, and said in a proud tone. Emperor Tuosh looked at the dark energy around him with a blank expression, and this powerful force made his scalp tingle. He believed what Li Zan said, the Heyday may not be able to fight against such a huge darkness. If you can't beat it, then you don't need to fight hard. In any case, he is only a remnant of thoughts now, and there is no reason to fight to the end. The sea of flames around Emperor Tuosh converged, and he asked kindly, "Can you tell me what's going on?" Li Zan thought about it for a while, and said very simply, "It's very simple, I want your power to pass on." Ancient Emperor Tuosh said in surprise, "Your power is so powerful, do you still need my power inheritance?" Li Zan shook his head and said, "My powerful power is limited to this world, and these dark energies cannot be absorbed by me. Although they have improved my life form and strength, this improvement is limited." Ancient Emperor Tuosh looked at the dark energy around him curiously and asked, "Is that so? Shouldn't this be the energy of the Dochi continent? This kind of energy is magical and strange, and I have never seen this kind of power before." Li Zan nodded and said, "Yes. The energy of Dochi continent can be used for people to cultivate and improve their strength level and life form. The energy here does not have such an effect, although it can also be used for combat, life maintenance, used for. But these energies are borrowed and cannot be completely integrated with my body and soul. When I obtained this dark dimension, I was empowered by dark energy, and my strength and life form were sublimated, but that's all." Emperor Tuosh Gu smiled and said, "So you want to absorb my energy, because after absorbing my energy, your strength will be permanently improved, instead of being used up like these dark energies." Li Zan smiled. "That's it, it doesn't matter if you don't agree, here I can forcibly plunder your power. This is my world, and you should be able to perceive my connection with this world." Emperor Tuosh smiled and said, "Of course. Is this a world that is independent of the world of fighting Qi? When I was alive, I discovered that there is a world outside the world of fighting Qi, but I just didn't go out to travel. I can give my strength to you, but you have to promise me a request." Li Zan laughed. "Let's hear it. If this request is too much for me, I won't agree." The ancient Emperor Tuosh said, "This request is not too much. I want to know the current situation of the fighting Qi world. Since you can get my cave here, you won't know anything about the fighting Qi world, right? I want to know about the fighting Qi world. Has there been another Do-D in the world?" Li Zan said speechlessly, "You hid the last source of Emperor Qi in the cave you went to. How can there be another Emperor Do in the Do-Qi world?" Xiao Zan couldn't help but said, "Senior Tuoshiguri, why do you, BFDH, hide the last source of Emperor Qi in your cave? If you can't get the source of the Emperor's energy, you can't be promoted to the Emperor." The ancient Emperor Tuosh said indifferently, "What if I don't collect this thing? Anyway, there is only enough left for one person to advance. I refined them into the Emperor grade young pill, and if I get the elixir, I will advance to the battle. The opportunity of the Emperor also saves future generations from the painstaking collection. Zhu hummed. Although you old guy is not a thing, but what you said is true. There is only a little of the original Emperor's chi left in total. If it is divided equally between two people, then there will be no more fighting in this world. God. The ancient Emperor Tuosh said indifferently. Not necessarily, didn't I leave my inheritance? My inheritance also has the origin of the Emperor, and if I absorb it, I can become a fighting Emperor. I left two in my cave. It is a chance that one can become a fighting Emperor, but unfortunately the dragon and tiger fight I expected did not appear. Xiao Zhan looked at the ancient Emperor Tuosh curiously, and couldn't help but ask. Senior keeping his power is equivalent to letting himself die in the world of fighting chi, right? Zhu Kun rolled his eyes, and said angrily. Nonsense. The source of power, including the original Emperor Chi, has stayed. Where else can he go? Of course, he passed on everything after he died. Xiao Zhan shook his head and said, then I don't understand, why didn't the seniors leave the Do Chi world to go to a higher world like other Do Di powerhouses? Zhu Kun was surprised. There are more advanced worlds? Ancient Emperor Tuosh nodded and said, yes, after you become Emperor Do, you will be able to sense that there is a world outside the world, and you can also break the shackles of the world and leave here. However, this old man is not interested in the unknown world, so just did not leave. Li Zan suddenly asked with a strange expression, Torshegu Emperor, were you unknown before you became a Do Emperor? Even after you became a Do Emperor, you didn't leave too many rumors in the Do Chi world? Zhu Kun touched his chin and said, that's true. Apart from showing off when Emperor Tuosh was promoted to Do Emperor, he was very low-key at other times. It seems that there is no such person on the mainland. Everyone thinks that Emperor Tuosh is a man who likes penance. Li Zan said speechlessly. Like penance? I'm afraid, he simply likes to live in one place. Before he became a Do-Di, he had been wandering underground. After becoming Do-Di, he was either collecting Yuan Diki or an otaku in the world of different fire Duki. No wonder there is no entry into the higher world. Tosh Gudi. Otaku? This title fits me perfectly. Emperor Tuosh thought silently in his heart, but he didn't say it. As a Do Emperor, he also needed face. Okay, give me your power, in return, I can let your remnants live here forever. Li Zan stopped chatting and asked Tosh Gudi to get ready for business. To live here forever? It's torture. Emperor Tuosh glanced at the darkness around him and said speechlessly. Who said that? There are many people here who can accompany you to relieve your boredom. Li Zan snapped his fingers, and the space of the Soul Clan that had been swallowed up by the dark dimension reappeared, including the phantoms of swallowing the flames of nothingness and the Emperor of the Soul, and he looked at everything around him blankly. Ancient Emperor Tuosh was surprised. Void swallowing flames? The spirit of nothingness swallowing the flames was shocked, and he looked at the ancient Emperor Tuosh with hatred. The ancient Emperor Tuosh. Li Zan looked at the emptiness and swallowed the flames with great interest, and smiled at Emperor Tuosh. Even though he has changed his consciousness, he still hates you. It seems that this has become his instinct. Ancient Emperor Tuosh said indifferently, it doesn't matter. I'm not interested in getting along with them, just let this remnant disappear. Li Zan nodded indifferently and said, no problem. The ancient Emperor Tuosh said no more, and the flaming lotus flower, which was condensed with the strength of his life, flew out from the sea of fire in front of him. One after another dark energy fell on it, and the power of the phoenix boiled. The flaming lotus, which has been transformed and domesticated in various ways, was swallowed by Li Zan. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 261 is now moving bricks at the construction site. It's over? After all, it's all the power of a Do-Di, so easily absorbed? Zhu Kun looked at Li Zan, who had easily absorbed the power of Emperor Tuoshi, and asked with a confused expression. Or else? This is my home ground. Li Zan smiled disdainfully, took out the Dipindan, which was sealed by himself before, and ate it like a jelly bean. Not bad, not bad. The energy from the world of Do-Chi is really replenishing, and I feel that my life form has been evolved. Sensing the changes brought about by the energy of the Do-Chi world, Li Zan nodded with satisfaction. Zhu Kun, do you still have a daughter? Li Zan turned his head to look at Zhu Kun, who was beside him, and the chat group was blown away by what he asked. Senju Hashirama said speechlessly. Master Group Leader, are you doing this old problem again? Senju Tobarama hummed. What's so strange about this? The group leader is a womanizer. Li Zan said unhappily. Where do you want to go? This group owner asked him this, it was purely out of kindness. Howard Stark teased. Want to provide him with an excellent son-in-law? Don't say it, it makes sense. After all, there is no Do-Di in the Do-Chi world today, and the lord of the group is the strongest in the Do-Chi world. Xiao Xuanxi thought. Zhukan is a character who lived a few 10,000 years ago, and was trapped in the cave of the ancient Emperor Tuosh before 10,000 years. If he had a daughter, he would be thousands of years old now, right? Lu Sheng. This is a bit exciting, unless his daughter is also a peak fighting saint, or is she an old woman now? Li Zan. I don't know why, but his daughter is still a little lowly. She hasn't grown up for 10,000 years. Who knows what's going on? maybe there's a bug. Outside world. When Zhu Kun heard Li Zan's words, his face changed greatly, and he asked anxiously, I do have a daughter, how did the group owner know about her? Li Zan laughed. There is nothing I don't know. Zhu Kun asked hesitantly, is my daughter alright? Back then, I was greedy for the inheritance of the ancient Emperor Tuosh, so I left Ziyan outside and went to the underground world by myself to find the ancient Emperor's cave. Speaking of this, Zhu Kun said with a heartache. I wanted to go and return quickly, but who knew that the bastard Shiguti had done tricks on his own cave, so that I couldn't come out. Thousands of 10,000 years gone, I can't even imagine what my poor daughter is doing now. Li Zan said with a smile. Don't worry. Your daughter is the royal family of the Taishu Gulong clan after all, and her bloodline talent is still very strong. She is with the monsters in the mountain range of monsters. Although she has been bullied by powerful monsters, she still lives. No problem. Zhu Kun said eagerly. Can I return to the Dochi world immediately? I want to see her. Li Zan waved Zhu Kun to the world of Dochi with a big hand, and told him the location of his daughter. Your daughter is in the demonic beast mountains near Haijiaoyu. Look for her and you will find her. Xiao Zan watched Zhu Kun leave and asked, Master, you have taken away all the original Emperor Qi in the Dochi world. Is there any sign of the recovery of the original Emperor Qi? Li Zan pondered. The restoration of Yuan Emperor Qi may require Do Emperor to take over. This is a good thing. You can take the opportunity to cultivate a peak Do Sheng. Without the strength of a peak Do Sheng, what would happen if Yuan Emperor Qi appeared? Xiao Zan was speechless. It was true. What the Manchus need is Emperor Do, but the appearance of Emperor Do not only requires the Qi of the original Emperor. Xiao Zan said helplessly. There are now 3 or 2 big cats and kittens of the Xiao clan, and the strongest is only Do Zong. Without the blessing of Emperor Do's bloodline, how easy it would be to find someone with the talent of Emperor Do. Li Zan's heart moved, and he said with a smile. I have a good candidate. Do you remember Xiao Chen? Xiao Chen, the former Blood Axe, should have a little chance of being promoted to Do Di. Xiao Zan said differently. Xiao Chen died earlier than me. How did he get promoted to Emperor Do? Li Zan said. Who said he was dead? He was just out of his own power and wanted to conquer the Jinglian demon fire, but ended up being trapped in the other party's exclusive space. I'm going to drop the Jinglian demon fire and put him rescued. Xiao Zan hesitated and said, Xiao Chen and the current Xiao clan are far from each other by blood. If he becomes the Emperor Do, there are probably not many Manchus who can stimulate the power of blood. Li Zan said helplessly. Then what do you think? You also said that there are not many geniuses in the Xiao family. Why don't you wait another 1,000 years to see if the Son of Destiny can reappear? Xiao Zan said speechlessly. Wait for 1,000 years? It's too long. Besides, Lord of the group, you have changed the world of Dochi so much, even if the Son of Destiny really appears. There are 2 questions about whether he can still become Do Emperor. Li Zan said indifferently. As you wish, I'm just giving you a chance to choose. How you choose depends on you. Xiao Chen, I'll keep it for you. After all, I'm determined to win the Jinglian demon fire. In the chat group, Senju Tobarama reminded Xiao Zan. At Shaoxing, I suggest you don't wait any longer for the Son of Destiny. After the world transformed by the group master, the Son of Destiny is completely useless. For example, Luffy, the Son of Destiny in my world, he can't even go to sea now. Li Zan asked with interest. What's going on? Tell me, how is Pirate King Luffy now? Senju Tobarama said speechlessly. Wong Luffy? Lord of the group, you are Shrimp and Pigheart. In the pirate world that you have transformed, the pirates have completely lost the soil to survive. The appearance of the reincarnators has completely exposed the revolutionary army. Now they were also arrested and reformed through labor. Whitebeard laughed. Garp. Is that old bastard's son arrested too? That's great news. Shiki the Golden Lion snorted coldly. The world government and celestial dragons have been wiped out, and Drago and his revolutionary army are still in high spirits. At first glance, they are ambitious people, so it would be better if they were arrested and reformed through labor. Senju Tobarama. Not only Dorag, the leader of the revolutionary army, but his son, Luffy, the Straw Hat, was also arrested and transformed. He and his mates regrouped and wanted to go out to sea again, but Garp, who was waiting on the rabbit's side, took him to a pot, now moving bricks at the construction site. One Piece Roger. Wait. Where's Rayleigh? Senju Tobarama. The old guy has no reason to continue helping Luffy after world government and celestial dragons have been wiped out. After Garp caught up with Rayleigh, let him continue to live in seclusion in the Sabaody archipelago. Ask for flowers. Fire Fist Ace said speechlessly. Poor Luffy, is his dream completely over? One Piece Roger. People's dreams never end. Li Zan smiled and said, Roger, Blackbeard also said that. One Piece Roger. Whitebeard, Fire Fist Ace. The Golden Lion Shiki sneered. It seems that Blackbeard is the one who truly inherited Roger's will. One Piece Roger. Cough. Realizing one's dreams is a person's freedom, but this freedom cannot hinder the freedom of others. Blackbeard's dream seriously hinders the freedom of others, and I don't approve of his dream. Don't talk nonsense, we are not the same kind, people. Senju Tobarama. Master, The people of the World Federation have discovered the whereabouts of pure gold in a certain sea area. Do you know this? Li Zan. No. A special metal that emits special radiation and slows down cell aging infinitely. Rather than a scientific creation, it is more work of alchemy. .01 Piece Roger sighed. In order to cure me, the Roger pirates also tried to find pure gold. But pure gold disappeared mysteriously after it was born, and we didn't find it. Senju Hashirama. According to the information we got, there is pure gold in a huge lanternfish. The reason why the pure gold disappeared back then was because the island where the pure gold was born was destroyed by the large Sea King's level lanternfish, mouth. Swallowed. The old man said stunned. Swallow the lanternfish on the island? This is too exaggerated. People with good appetites like the devil of the mountain may not be able to swallow an island in one bite. Shiki the golden lion was speechless. No way? Then your demon of the mountain is too poor. Li Zan. Fighting power is not calculated like that. Lanternfish can swallow an island in one bite, but any of the 8 demons can cook it. Giants eat more food than Shiki in one bite, but they can't beat it either. Are not you? Shiki the golden lion. That's the truth. Lord of the group, you shouldn't need something like pure gold now, right? Li Zan. Yeah. Although I don't need it anymore, but my sister needs it. Tobarama, let the mermaid help get the lanternfish. Shirahoshi can be dispatched. As a marine Poseidon, she can order all sea creatures to make the lanternfish. It's not a problem for the fish to obey. Sword god Ryoma. Isn't Poseidon's ability to control sea kings? Now it is to control all sea creatures. Li Zan. Shirahoshi's father, Neptune, as the king of the mermaid, can control all sea creatures, except the sea kings. Shirahoshi, as Poseidon, her ability is the pinnacle of the mermaid, so she can command the sea kings, understand? Gold thief Wu Nan. Understood. Li Zan. In addition to asking people to collect pure gold, I also collected the method of making pure gold. Howard Tucker. This idea is good. We now have the highest technology in the Marvel world, and we can definitely make this thing. If science can't do it, the group leader's god-level alchemy can definitely do it. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running.